Brett Barrera. Batting sixth, look at the game hitter, number 56, Brett Clark. Hitting seventh, the right fielder, number 11, Wilmer. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 5, Brad Burkell. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 30, Tyler Lozano.
And a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to YOLO High Wheelers Baseball via YouTube Live. This is Doug Greenwald, and tonight it comes down to this, the decisive Game 3. Winner take all. I know you can use all the cliches you want. They all apply. Do or die. There is no tomorrow. Winner take all. Pull out all the stops. All hands on deck. Mix them all together, and this is what you got. Game 3 tonight. Winner of this series goes next week to the Pioneer League Championship Series to play either Missoula or Glacier. Last night, Oakland stayed alive. A tense 1-0 win, a Brett Carson fifth-inning home run. That's all it took. And tremendous starting pitching last night by Chandler David. 6 shutout innings, allowing 1 hit and 9 strikeouts, earning the win. And it's come down to this. Right now, though, the anthem. Nicely performed, beautifully performed national anthem here on this Friday the 13th. So how appropriate it's Friday the 13th, where it is a decisive Game 3 between YOLO and Oakland. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup first for the visiting YOLO High Wheelers. The manager, Billy Horton, obviously 1-1 in this best of 3. Leading off, playing center field, Braylon Skinner. Batting second at shortstop, Braylon Marine. Bobby Leday bats third. He plays second base. Batting cleanup and at first base, Jose Gonzalez. The cleanup batter is the third baseman, Braden Blackford. The fifth place hitter is the third baseman, Braden Blackford. David Glancy at sixth, and he is in left field. Batting seventh and in right field, Tanner Smith. The designated hitter is Taylor Lomack, and he is slotted eighth. And rounding out the lineup, batting ninth, is Angel Mendoza. And on the mound tonight for the Yellow High Wheelers, the man who won more games than anybody in the Pioneer League this year, he and Mike Peterson of Boise, that is, each winning 10 games, and that's Ben Ferrer, who is also, Ferrer, that is, the league leader in ERA at 4.35. Again for YOLO and manager Billy Horton, it's Skinner, Marine, and Leday. Gonzalez, Blackford, Glancy, Smith, Lomack, Mendoza, and the righty Ferrer on the mound. The Oakland Ballers, under manager Aaron Miles, again 1-1 in this series. Brett Carson leads it off, plays center field. Batting second, playing second, is Dante Stewart. Noah Martinez hits third, he's in left field. The cleanup batter at third base, Andre Hubbard. Brett Barrera is at first base, hitting fifth. Batting sixth, the designated hitter is Tripp Clark. Stephen Wilmer, he plays left field and bats seventh. Hitting eighth at shortstop, Brad Burkell. And doing the catching, batting ninth, is Tyler Lozano. And on the mound tonight for the Oakland Ballers is the left-hander Luke Short. Again for Oakland and manager Aaron Miles, it's Carson Stewart Martinez, Hubbard Barrera Clark, Wilmer Burkell Lozano, and the lefty Short on the mound. The starting lineups here tonight. We'll get to the umpires in just a moment. All right, here we go. It is winner take all here this evening from Oakland, California. And Luke Short out of the windup, and the left-hander's first pitch of the ball game to Braylon Skinner has popped up foul left side, strike one. No balls and one strike to count. We're underway at 6:36 p.m. on a beautiful sun-filled 66-degree night from Alameda County. 0-1 the count to Braylon Skinner as Luke Short out of the windup and the pitch, and Skinner taps one on the grass toward third, fielded by Hubbard, who was in on the grass, and his throw to the first baseman. Barrera is in time, and Skinner is out to open matters. So one down. Hubbard was already in on the grass. It was not a bunt, which is like a check swing roller, and in fact, Hubbard didn't even charge. He said, all right, let the ball come to me. And still had time to get the speedy Skinner at first base. So that is the first out here this evening. And now Braylon Marine bats against Luke Short. And Marine is swinging a foul to the screen, 0-1. Tonight's home plate umpire is Ricardo Rodriguez. Ron Adams is the umpire at first base. The crew chief is Dean Poteet. He's at second base. And the umpire in at third is Bill Shortridge. As the pitch to Marine is inside for a ball. And the count is a 1-1 strike to Marine, who's 3 for 9 in the series. The 1-1, and that's driven down the left field side. That's going to get down for a base hit. Now, short dimensions here. Marine is going to make it a second base standing up. The left fielder, Noah Martinez, like had a little trouble getting the ball, but Marine was running the entire way. And Braylon Marine has himself a double. That's his third double of this series. So a double in game one, a double in game two, and now a double in game three. I guess you call that a triple-double. So Marine is at second base, and now it's Bobby Leday's turn. No score, top of the first, and the pitch, and Leday takes high, ball one from Luke Short. 1 ball and no strikes. Short is 6'1", 205 pounds. Just turned 24 a little over a week ago as Leday takes a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. First year of pro ball for Short, who's only been with Oakland for about a month, was signed in August. Played this past spring at Cal. Outfield medium depth straight away, and Leday swings on a pop-up foul to the right of the press box. Strike two. A ball, 2 strikes. So the game no score, top of the first. Yolo in Oakland. Short, born in San Jose, grew up in the South Bay, meaning south of San Francisco, but played predominantly his college ball in Texas as Leday swings and fouls one again back over the roof here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Short played 3 seasons at St. Edward's University, which is in Austin, Texas. Division III school, but did play his graduate years, I mentioned, at Cal. Lead at second by Marine. No score. Top of the first, the 1-2 to Leday. Swing and a miss, high fastball, strike 3. And that is the second out here in the top half of the first inning. So Leday is retired. Leday 0 for 3 with a strikeout last night. Now 1 for 9 in this series is Leday. Well, obviously, Yolo shutout last night, losing 1-0. Didn't have a ton of chances. As Short delivers to Gonzalez, and Jose takes, and a breaking ball drops it nicely. Strike 1 on the inner half. No balls and 1 strike to Gonzalez, who made the final out of the game last night with a tying run at third. He grounded out to first in the game. There goes Marine, pitch taken low and no throw, so in a stolen base for Braylon Marine. So he is at third base with 2 out. Marine, 23 steals in the regular season, was caught 5 times. So last night, the Highwheelers didn't get a runner to third until 2 out in the 9th. Tonight they get a runner at third with 2 out in the 1st. So the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike to Jose Gonzalez. 1 for 4 last night, 3 for 8 in the series for Gonzalez with a double and 3 runs scored. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch, and Jose waves weakly to breaking ball from short and misses strike 2. And the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes from Luke Short, who the Highwheelers saw last week. The 1-2 swung on, and Gonzalez drives one to deep right field, and this ball is in the Oakland bullpen. 2-run homer, Jose Gonzalez, and it is 2-0 in favor of the Highwheelers. Well, that's the way baseball goes. Shut out one night, the next night you come out and you score early, and the Highwheelers do just that. So Jose Gonzalez, who led the Highwheelers in homers this year with 19 and in RBIs with 84, can roll those numbers. Not literally, obviously the stats start over in the playoffs, but at least can fill those categories in the postseason. Now it's Blackford. He takes high ball 1-1-0. So to say that's a big answer would be obvious, and yes, I am once in a while Captain Obvious. But Highwheelers needed a drop for a split tonight. The 1-0 pitch, and that's a breaking ball for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. But obviously you have to have an answer early tonight as Short delivers to Blackford, and that's a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Short, in a short time here with Oakland, allowed 2 home runs, both in the same game, August 24th in northern Colorado. 1-2 to Blackford, breaking ball, strike 3 called, inside corner, and Braden Blackford is out. So Blackford, who struck out 3 times last night, down on strikes tonight. A couple of strikeouts for Short, but the 2-run homer by Gonzalez set up by the Marine double. 2 runs, 2 hits, there were no errors, and nobody left after half an inning in Game 3. YOLO 2 Oakland coming up on YouTube Live. On the mound tonight for the Yellow Highwheelers, the right-hander of Alpharetta, Georgia. From Alpharetta, Georgia, Ben Ferrer, and he has a 2-run lead with which to work, courtesy of the Jose Gonzalez 2-run homer. So, I never said this last night, but Oakland comes to bat trailing, as they will do so coming to the bottom of the first inning. So Carson will lead it off. Brett Carson, the center field, and it's Stewart and Martinez to face the 24-year-old, and Ben Ferrer, the league leader in ERA this year in the Pioneer League at 4.35. And he had a 10-4 record. Brett Carson leads it off, 2-0 YOLO, and the pitch to Carson is a called strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Mentioned Ferrer 10-4. His 10 wins tied for first in the Pioneer League, along with Mike Peterson of Boise. 0-1 the count to Carson, who made the difference last night with a fifth-inning homer, and he pops this one up foul down the left field side, strike two. No balls and 2 strikes from Ben Ferrer, who began the year in the bullpen, was the opening night winner, the first ever winning pitcher in the history of the High Wheelers, May 21st at home against Rocky Mountain. He would like to bookend that tonight with the same result. 0-2 the count. 2-0 YOLO, and the pitch low and into Carson for a ball. And the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Ben Ferrer, first appearance of the postseason. Ferrer did pitch last week at home against the Oakland Ballers in his final regular season tune-up, and lost to Oakland last Friday, 9-6. So it was a 4-3 Oakland win. His 1-2, curve, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Carson is down on strikes to get the bottom of the first going with the game no score. YOLO in Oakland. And now Dante Stewart will come up. 2-0 YOLO, 2-0 High Wheelers here in the bottom of the first inning. And now Dante Stewart comes up. Ferrer in that game last week in Davis worked 6 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 runs all earned. Now the pitch to Stewart, and he takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Ferrer walked 1 in that game, struck out 5, but again Oakland won it 4-3. No balls and a strike, and Ferrer from the set deals, and Stewart fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2 from Ben. No balls and 2 strikes, 2-0 YOLO. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live on this Friday night from Northern California. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, curve misses, and Stewart misses, and he is down on strikes. So 2 strikeouts now for Ben Ferrer to get his night going, and his inning, I guess. And now it's Noah Martinez who comes up. So Ferrer, the pitcher's triple crown is if you can finish first in the league in wins, ERA, and strikeouts. Mentioned Ferrer tied for first in wins, so that still counts as being in first. First in the league with that 4.35 ERA. Now the pitch to Noah Martinez, and that's inside for a ball, 1-0. However, Ben Ferrer did not finish first in the league in strikeouts. Christian Cosby of Oakland did. But anyway, Ferrer finished 6th in the league in strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch to Martinez, and that's outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Ferrer had 108 strikeouts. So 6th best with that mark, but obviously an outstanding year for Ferrer. The kick on the 2-0 pitch, and that hits the outer half of the plate off speed delivery, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike from Ben Ferrer, who is 5'11", 195 pounds. Second year in the Pioneer League. Infield around to the right, and the 2-1 on the way, and Martinez a foul to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From Ben Ferrer, who began his college career at University of South Carolina Upstate, which is in Spartanburg, and then final 2 years of college time at Oregon State. The 2-2. And Martinez, who went to Central Connecticut State, pops it up foul left side. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Noah Martinez, who then played his graduate year at the University of Pittsburgh. 2-0 YOLO. We're in the bottom half of the first inning as Ferrer works from the set. First base side of the rubber, and it's 2-2, and Martinez takes just inside, ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Martinez, who won various New England college baseball honors. Here's a guy with a 3-run homer in the Atlantic Coast Conference tournament in 2023. Noah Martinez, 3-2. Ground ball foul up along first. And the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yet Martinez, in terms of postseason play, May 24th of last year, meaning 2023, while with Pitt, hit a 3-run homer against, as I said, Notre Dame. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count with 2 out. 2-0 YOLO, bottom of the first inning. Outfield, deep and straight away. And the 3-2 pitch. And a breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Martinez knew it, outside corner. And Ben Ferrer strikes out the side in order here in the first. After an inning, 2-0. YOLO leads Oakland. Game 3 of the 2024 Pioneer League Playoffs first round on YouTube Live. After 1 inning tonight from Ernie Raimondi Park here in West Oakland. Good crowd this evening on this Friday night. 2-0 YOLO, courtesy of the home run by Jose Gonzalez. And then Ben Ferrer. And I know you don't normally refer to a first inning as a shutdown inning, but Ferrer did the job. He struck out the side in the first, struck him out in order. So David Glancy commences the second inning for the High Wheelers. It is 2-0 in favor of YOLO. Glancy, Smith, and Lomax, 6, 7, 8, as Luke Short out of the windup delivers, and Glancy takes low outside, ball 1. And the count is a 1 ball and no strikes to Glancy, who was 0 for 3 last night, as he takes a strike on the inner half, 1-1. Glancy 2 for 5 in the series, had 3 RBIs on Tuesday in game 1 of this set. The kick of the 1-1, and a breaking ball that drops in nicely for a strike on the inner half. And that's strike 2. And the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-0 High Wheelers lead the Ballers, top second. The 1-2, and Glancy a big swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 3. And Luke Short, strikeout number 3 now. And here is the right fielder, Tanner Smith. So each pitcher already with 3 strikeouts. We're on the top of the second. 2-0 YOLO, and now Tanner Smith will come up. 1 for 3 last night, 4 for 7 in the series. The windup in the pitch, and Smith takes low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, Smith did have 5 RBIs in game 1 in that 14-4 YOLO win. Outfield medium depth straightaway. The windup in the 1-0 pitch. And a swing and a foul to the backstop by Smith, strike 1. A ball and a strike. From Luke Short, mentioned played his final college season at Cal this past spring. He's from Los Gatos, so again, I mentioned he's from the peninsula, from the area just north of San Jose, or south of San Francisco, or somewhere in between. The 1-1, and Smith takes, that's a strike. Made a motion at it, but I think it was going to be called a strike anyway, and it was by the plate umpire, Ricardo Rodriguez. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tanner. So Hubbard well off the line at third. Infield around to the right, the 1-2, and Smith swings, and he flies this one toward left. Martinez is back, and on the lip of the track, he makes the catch. And Tanner Smith is retired. 2 away, top of the second. Game 3 of this winner-take-all 2024 First round Pioneer League playoff game. It is a 2-0 advantage for the Yolo High Wheelers. And now the designated hitter comes up, and it's Taylor Lomack. And the pitch on the way to Lomack, and that misses high, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Anyway, Luke Short out of Los Gatos High School, and again played, I think I said 3 years, actually 2 years at St. Edward's University in Texas. Swing and a pop-up foul, first base side. Barrera over near the screen, and he makes the catch just back of the Yellow first base dugout. Nice play there by the first baseman, Brett Barrera. So the Stanford alum Barrera helping out the Cal alum Short right there. And Lomack fouls out to first, and the High Wheelers go in order for the first time tonight after an inning and a half. Game 3 of the 2024 Pioneer League playoffs. It is Yolo 2, Oakland nothing on YouTube Live.
Checking in on the other playoff game in Missoula. It's the top of the third. Glacier Range Riders lead Missoula 5-0. Glacier leads the series 1-0.
Moving along to the bottom half of the second inning this evening, it is Yolo 2 and Oakland nothing. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live. Dondre Hubbard leads it off for Oakland. Batters 4, 5, and 6. Hubbard, Barrera, and Clark to face Ben Ferrer. Again, the winner of this series plays the winner of Missoula and Glacier. Now, those two teams were rained out last night in Missoula. So game 2 is tonight, and it's underway up in Montana. Now Hubbard fouls one at the plate, strike 1. No balls and a strike. And they're in the third inning. They're top of the third. It's already 5-0 Glacier. So those were the winners of the first half. These two teams, Yolo and Oakland, the winners of the second half of the Pioneer League. So if Glacier wins that game tonight, they go to the championship. And whoever wins, of course, tonight's game here goes to the championship. The 0-1, and that's outside for a ball 1-1. And not sure yet on dates and who's starting when, but I think safe to say we got a long way to go in both those games to worry about. And if Missoula should come back and win that game tonight, then that'll be a decisive game 3 there tomorrow up in Missoula County. The 1-1 to Hubbard, and he swings and misses on a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dondre Hubbard. Hubbard 21 home runs this year for the Ballers. The kick on the 1-2, and Hubbard goes down and strikes out, but the ball gets away from the catcher. Mendoza picks the ball up in foul ground, third base side, and still has time to make the long throw to Gonzalez at first. Hubbard is out. So Hubbard struck out swinging. The ball trickled over toward the third base side of home plate and foul ground on the grass. And Hubbard not the fastest guy, and Mendoza fortunately found the ball and then had the long throw to make over to Gonzalez at first. But they get the out. Strikeout, put out goes 2-3, and that's the 4th strikeout for Ben Ferrer. So all 4 batters he's faced, he has struck out. Now it's Brett Barrera who bats. 2-0 Yolo. And Barrera takes a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner. And the count is no balls and 1 strike to Barrera. By the way, I think I had said Hubbard had 21 homers this year. He had 16 home runs. Let me correct that. The 0-1. And Barrera, home run cut and a missed strike, 2-2. A couple of things I want to correct last night. I know it got a little tense in that ninth inning. It's no excuse on my part. I'm not in the business of making excuses. But I want to correct a couple of things I had said in last night's broadcast, that Yolo and Oakland, in all of the games they had played this year against each other, 36 regular season games, of course a couple postseason games, and I'll finish that in a moment. The 0-2, and Barrera takes low 1-2, that there had not been a shutout in any game that those two had played against one another. In other words, no games between those two involved a shutout. That is not true. There were 2 shutouts involving games between Yolo and Oakland in the regular season, prior to last night, of course, which was a postseason game. The 1-2 on the way to Barrera. Hits one up the middle in the center, a base hit. Ferreira left that one up, and Barrera tacked it in the center for a single as the center fielder Skinner gets the ball back in towards second. It is 2-0 in favor of the Yolo High Whalers, and now Trip Clark, the designated hitter, comes up. The first ever shutout in the history of the High Whalers, pitch shutout in the history of the High Whalers, was in June at home, mid-June at home against Oakland. That was an 8-0 Yolo win, and then Oakland shut out Yolo here in late July, 13-0. So now it's Trip Clark, and he takes outside ball 1 to the tying run. 1 ball and no strikes, but he had 2 shutouts in combined involving games between these two this year. All right. Ferrer would like a ground ball, one of his infielders here. Count to Clark's at 1-0, and Tripp takes, and that hits the inner half of the plate off speed pitch, strike 1. And the count's at 1 ball and 1 strike to Trip Clark. Barrera, the runner at first base. 3 steals with Oakland this year. The pitch on the way to Clark, and he waves weakly at a slider. Well out of the zone right there. Chase that one. And count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Trip Clark. Outfield fairly deep straight away. And the pitch, and Clark swings and misses strike 3. Pitch on the inner half. And he is out. So Ferrer now up to 5 strikeouts, the first 6 batters he has seen. 2-0 Yolo. And now Stephen Wilmer will come up. Ferrer, a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a curveball, and a changeup. And he's so far featured just about all those pitches tonight. Now it's Wilmer who digs in. Barrera, small lead at first. 2-0 Yolo, bottom second, and the pitch. And Wilmer, a high fly ball, foul left side, strike 1-0-1. Aaron Miles, he is the third base coach and the manager of the Oakland Ballers. Coaching over at first base, James Harris. 0-1 the count. And Ferrer delivers, and Wilmer takes strike 2 on the outside corner, 0-2. Aaron Miles talking about a winner play all game. Member of the St. Louis Cardinals in 2006. Game 7 of the National League Championship Series, in which the Cardinals won at Shea Stadium, beating the Mets. The 0-2, and Wilmer takes outside ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Probably not quite the same. Yeah, the idea is the same. Probably not quite the national attention tonight as that game had. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count with 2 out. Barrera at first. 2-0 High Wheelers, the pitch, and Wilmer swings, and he flies one high and foul right side. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Wilmer, who came into the ball game midway through last night to pinch hit and then stayed in the game to play right field. Wilmer's combined totals this year, 310, 9 homers, 57 RBIs, they say combined between Rocky Mountain and Oakland. Wilmer 1 for 3 last week against Ferrer. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and Wilmer takes, and that's inside ball 2 from Ferrer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Brad Burkell waiting on deck. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Yolo. No runs hit, no errors for Oakland. Shade over the entire field right now. There is still plenty of natural light in the area, but specifically shade over the ballpark. The 2-2, and Wilmer grounds one foul, first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-0, the High Wheelers lead the Ballers, bottom of the second. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live on this Friday night from the East Bay. See the sun splashing on the buildings that comprise downtown Oakland. About 10 minutes to the east of where we are. The kick on the 2-2. Wilmer swings, taps this ball to short. Gobbled up by Marine, and then he boots it. And everybody is safe. Definition of an E6 right there. That's no doubt about it. That's about as textbook an error as you're going to find. And unfortunately for Braylon Marine, he's had a couple of back-to-back nights where he has committed a second-inning error. Now, last night he did not lead to anything. We'll see what happens here. But, I mean, that ball, it was not a hard-hit ball. I mean, there was no tricks to it or anything. He just booted it. Now it's Burkell, and he swings and misses at a breaking ball 0-1. Burkell, 11 homers on the year, 55 RBIs, 5 of his 11 homers against Yolo. So Barrera goes to second. Wilmer's at first. 2-0 Yolo, bottom of the second inning, and Ben Ferrer makes the 0-1, and Burkell takes in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Marine last night, sort of a different kind of error he made in the second. That was the ball that was a comebacker that pitcher Brandon Mitchell got to, and Mitchell's throw, attempting to start a double play, went right between the shortstop Marine and the second baseman Lede. Both were over at second base trying to cover, but Marine was charged with the error. The 1-1 to Burkell. Swing, chopper to second base. Gloved by Lede. He'll flip this one to Marine, and they get the force on the sliding Wilmer. So really no harm done right there other than a couple of extra pitches for Ferrer. So 4-6 on the force at second base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left, done with 2. Decisive game 3 tonight here from the East Bay. It is 2-0. Yolo leading Oakland on YouTube Live and on Flow Sports. Well, on we go to the third inning tonight from Oakland. It is Yolo 2, Oakland nothing. This is Doug Greenwald. You're listening to the Yolo High Wheelers on YouTube Live. And the only man not to bat for Yolo tonight, at least who's in the starting lineup, that's Angel Mendoza. And Luke Short's first pitch. And Angel takes a breaking ball, low ball, 1-0. It'll be Mendoza. And then the top of the Yolo order for the center fielder, Skinner, and then Marine. 9-1-2, the 1-0 pitch. And that's low ball 2. And the count's of 2 balls and no strikes. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Yolo. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for Oakland. Short out of the windup. Third base side of the rubber, the 2-0, and that's outside ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes to count to Mendoza. 0 for 2 last night. The windup in the 3-0, and that's right down the middle. Strike 1, 3-1. Mendoza, remember the first game of this series was 2 for 5. That was on Tuesday. He had a homer and 3 RBIs. The 3-1 pitch, and that's grounded fair on down the left field line. Likely extra bases. The ball's going to go to the base of the wall. Mendoza hustling towards second, and he'll make it with a slide as the left fielder Martinez gets the ball in towards second. So Mendoza has himself his 3rd hit of the series. Hit number 3 for Yolo, 2-0 Yolo. And now for the second time tonight, Yolo will go to the top of its order for the center fielder, Braylon Skinner. He is 0 for 1. So some possibilities here. Skinner, this is a bunt situation. Hubbard in on the grass at third. And the pitch on the way to Skinner, and he bunts through that pitch for a strike, committed to far 0-1. Now, you're in a bunt situation, you really only have 2 chances. And, you might be saying, what do you mean you only have 2 chances? Well, you run the risk of bunting foul on strike 3, and, of course, then you'd be out. So you really got to get it down the first 2 chances. And now Short uses his first disengagement to look Mendoza back to second. I think he wanted to see if Skinner was going to show bunt. I don't believe Braylon did show bunt there. No balls and a strike to count. Again, Hubbard in on the grass at third. Barrera plays back on the dirt at first, and that swung on and poke fair on down the left field line. Base hit. Mendoza chugging around third. He is on his way home, and he will score standing up. Braylon Skinner, that's better than a sac bunt. It's an RBI double, and it's 3-0 Yolo here in the 3rd inning. So once again, the left fielder Martinez getting to the ball down the left field side and gets it in towards second. So Braylon Skinner, give him a run batted in. Skinner now 5 hits in the series. He's now 5 for 10 in this series is Skinner. It's his first RBI of this series. So 3-0 Yolo. And now Braylon Marine comes up. Now not a guy normally called upon to bunt. Skinner at second, the pitch, and Marine takes a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. And last night Marine was up in a bunt situation, but here's a guy that finished 3rd in the league in hitting at 383. Guy that's got power. Obviously can drive the ball all over the place. Not really going to waste a bunt on him, whether it be last night or right now. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss at a high fastball, 0-2. Marine, 9 home runs on the year, 68 RBIs. And I mentioned not a guy that's really called upon to bunt. Well, in the regular season, only had 1 sac bunt, so there you go. 0-2 the count. Skinner leads at second and the pitch, and Marine swinging a foul to the screen. However, as Yolo leads this game 3-0, top half of the 3rd inning over Oakland, Marine's job here is to come up with a similar kind of output as a bunt. That means a ground ball to the right side, a fly ball deep enough, the 0-2, swing and a drive foul right side, 0-2. And what I mean is, here's an opportunity for Braylon Marine. He can do something productive here and make it out. And last night, that's what hurt the High Wheelers. Twice the High Wheelers had a runner at second, nobody out, and were unable to get that runner to third with less than 2 out. No balls, 2 strikes the count. 3-0 High Wheelers. Skinner a big lead at second, the pitch, and Marine swings and a ground ball toward third. Hubbard sliding stop, but that's all he can do, and everybody is safe. Now holding at second is Skinner. So Marine, unable to get Skinner to third. The good news is Marine is safe at first. It's an infield hit. Dondre Hubbard moved to his left, was able to knock the ball down. That was a tough play. It'll again go as a base hit. So Marine, who doubled and scored in the first inning, an infield single here. So 3 straight hits for the High Wheelers here in the 3rd inning to get things cooking. It is 3-0 Yolo. And now the second baseman, Bobby Leday, is up, and Luke Short has the entire infield come in to have a word with him, including the catcher Lozano. You mentioned, you talk about decisive games. And I talked to YOLO pitching coach Jerome Williams before the game tonight. And wasn't much of a conversation with Jerome. I just said, Jerome, everybody available tonight? He looked at me, said, everybody is available. The old expression, all hands on deck. He said, everybody. And I even said Brandon Mitchell, because, Mitchell last night was the YOLO starter, pitched into the 6th inning. He said, everybody. So I'd have to imagine everything the same with Oakland. Now Bobby Leday bats. And the pitch to Leday, who shows money, takes very high. And Lozano did a good job, the catcher, to reach high to grab that baseball to keep it from going to the backstop. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. 3-0 YOLO leading Oakland. We're on the bottom of the third, or top half of the third inning, top of the third tonight. Skinner's at second, Marines at first. Leday struck out swinging in the first. And Leday drops a bunt up on the grass, first base side. The pitcher short has one play, and that's to Barrera at first. Nicely done there by Bobby Leday, who had just 2 sacrifice bunts in the regular season. So Skinner goes to third, Marine up to second, and that's a productive out, no doubt about that. 3-0 YOLO, and now remember, at this ballpark, that means nothing. I mean, this ballpark is conducive to pretty much any fly ball, almost every fly ball going the chance to leave the yard. Teams get back into it quickly. Now Gonzalez, who left the yard in the first inning with a 2-run homer to right, takes inside ball 1. And the count is at 1 ball and no strikes. So Skinner's at third, Marines at second. Infield in. And short delivers, and Gonzalez takes outside 2-0. So I realize YOLO has a 3-0 lead. But this is very, very important that Gonzalez at least get a run in here. Outfield medium depth straight away. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. And Jose takes inside 3-0 now from Luke Short. Does not appear, now somebody is getting loose out in the Oakland right center field bullpen. So 3 balls and no strikes the count to Gonzalez. 2-run homer in the first was hit into that Oakland bullpen in right center. The 3-0, Jose, a big swing, chopper foul first base side. So 3 balls and 1 strike the count to Jose Gonzalez. So when you add the regular season and then the 1 home run Gonzalez has now in the postseason, he's up to 20 home runs this year. Skinner's at third, Marines at second. High-wheelers, 3 ballers, nothing. Top third. And the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss to the breaking ball. Strike 2, 3, and 2. Yeah, I mentioned at this ballpark that no lead is safe. And there was a game here back in late July. YOLO led 10-0 midway through. A game in which Ben Ferrer was pitching. And I'll tell you more in a moment. The 3-2. Jose swings and a chopper to second base. Skinner comes home. Here's the throw. The tag. Skinner is out at the plate with a dive. Nicely done there, Dante Stewart. To the catcher, Tyler Lozano. Contact play was on, and they get the fielder's choice. So 4-2 on the fielder's choice. 2 out. Marine goes to third. Gonzalez is at first. He's now 1 for 2. So just as good as a strikeout right there. And plus that opens up now a force play at second base, which would make things a little easier on a ball hit up the middle. So Marine to third, Gonzalez to first. Anyway, this game I was talking about in late July, and yeah, YOLO won the game, but YOLO was up 10-0. And actually, it wasn't late July, it was early July. Regardless, it was a game that YOLO was up 10-0. And Oakland came back to tie the game in the 7th inning. I mean, they came back and tied it up quickly against Ben Ferrer and other YOLO pitchers. Now, YOLO was, as I said, they were able to still come back, and they never trailed in that game, but were able to at least recover and win the game. Now it's Braden Blackford And he takes low ball 1. And the count is at 1 ball and no strikes. And a 3-0 Yolo advantage. Yeah, it was July 6th was that game. July 6th, Yolo led 10-0 going to the bottom of the 5th, and then Oakland scored 4 in the 5th and then 6 in the 7th to tie the game. But then Yolo scored a run in the 8th and 2 in the 9th and eventually won it 13-10. As Braden Blackford hits this ball to second base, right at Dante Stewart. Easy throw to Barrera at first, and Blackford is out. So the good news is Yolo scored a run. The bad news is Yolo had a chance for more. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. After 2.5 innings, it's Yolo 3 and Oakland nothing on YouTube Live. Well, on we go to the bottom half of inning number 3 tonight, and the Yolo High Wheelers have a 3-0 lead over the Oakland Ballers. I want to say hello to some friends of mine listening north of the border up in Winnipeg, the Busby family. Want to say hello to them. See, they don't have a game, their own game, that is, to listen to tonight. Tyler Lozano takes inside ball 1. Want to know the Busby season ticket holders to the Winnipeg Gold Eyes. Congratulations to Winnipeg. They're going to the Miles Wolf Championship Series, the American Association Championship against Kane County. The 1-0 pitch, slider swing and a miss, strike 1-1. But Jim Busby and his wife Angie, very knowledgeable baseball fans, trivia gurus, great tour guides in Manitoba. If anyone's ever up in that area, they will show you around. The 1-1, and Lozano a tapper foul back of the plate, 1-2. So Jim and Angie listening tonight in rainy and blustery Winnipeg. And the further they go into September for the Gold Eyes, it's going to start snowing in Winnipeg pretty soon, I'd have to think. But anyway, great folks, and congratulations to the Gold Eyes, and best of luck to them in their championship series, which I believe is starting tomorrow in the Chicago area. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ferrer delivers, and Lozano takes low ball 2. 2-2. It's Lozano. And then the top of the Oakland order for the center fielder Carson and then Stewart. 9-1-2. 3-0 Yolo. We are in the bottom of the 3rd from Oakland tonight. As Ferrer from the set makes the 2-2. And that's low ball 3. So now the count is at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the High Wheelers. No runs hit, no errors for the Ballers. Lozano, who's been here all season, ready to go. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Third base side, foul ground, and it's Blackford who misses it. The third baseman misses it. He didn't drop it, he just overran it. That was a catchable ball. I know it's twilight time right now, so it's not the easiest time to see the ball, but Tyler Braden just overran it. I don't believe an error is going to be charged. Error shouldn't be, but he just missed it. So that's an extra life. I mean, in a way, Ferrer, in fairness to Ben Ferrer, he retired Lozano right there. But he didn't. So now the next full count pitch. And that swung on and chopped foul third base side. The count holds at 3-2. Blackford hustling in from third. They had a long way to go. I mean, the ball was almost over near the Oakland on deck circle. Oakland's dugout third base side. And then you have the catcher Mendoza going for it. So we'll try it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Lozano on a 3-0 YOLO lead in the bottom of the third inning. In twilight time here in Oakland. And the 3-ball, 2-strike pitch. Swing and a ground ball, again foul. So 3 straight foul balls, third base side by Lozano. Whichever way you want to consider a foul ball. So 3-2 now. Not now, it's been 3-2 for a while. So Ferrer had to make a few extra pitches tonight. He had to work around a 2-out error in the bottom of the second, and now trying to work around a pop-up that was missed in foul ground. A 3-2, and Lozano another foul to the screen. So 4 straight foul balls to Lozano. How many pitches in this? Trying to see how many pitches so far in this at-bat here. So pitch number 10 upcoming from Ben Ferrer to Tyler Lozano with a 3-0 YOLO lead. Bottom of the third, and the 3-2 pitch again. Lozano swings, fly ball, left field, Glancy leaps, and he doesn't get this one. It's a home run. Tyler Lozano leads off the bottom of the third with a home run. Now 3-1 YOLO.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 4, Rick Carson.
Well, that was a tough at-bat, so to speak, on the pitching side for Ferrer. Top of the order for the second time for the center fielder, Brett Carson. And he swings and fouls one at the plate, strike 1. And the count is a no balls and 1 strike. Lozano in the regular season had 4 homers and 27 RBIs. Carson struck out swinging in the first, the 0-1. And Brett a big swing and a miss 0-2. I mean, that's tough for Ferrer. That was an 11-pitch at bat against Lozano. So Ferrer had to use up a lot of pitches. And what's frustrating is that he got Lozano to pop up in foul ground. And again, it was a tough play, but one that appeared to be catchable. And Blackford just overran the foul ball. And that obviously kept the at-bat alive. And Lozano fouled off a few more pitches and then a homer. The 0-2. And Carson takes inside. Now the High Wheelers are going to challenge it. And the pitch has been overturned to strike 3. So, High Wheelers get the strikeout there, and Carson strikes out for the second time. 6th strikeout now for Ferrer. So 1 out, 3-1 is the score. YOLO leading. And again, I mean, obviously, I explained this at the top of the sitting. High Wheelers had a chance for more runs in the top of the third. Yes, they got 1. But then had second and third and 1 out and could not add to it. Now it's Stewart who struck out swinging in the first. And the pitch to Dante, a big swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. So, I mean, the good news is, yeah, YOLO is leading right now 3-1. We're in the bottom of the third inning. But what it could have, should have had Lozano out right there. The 0-1 pitch, and that is outside. Ball 1 to Dante Stewart. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Ferrer up to 6 strikeouts right now. Outfield fairly deep straight away. And the pitch, and Stewart takes. Inside ball 2, 2-1. Season high in strikeouts for Ferrer is 10. Accomplished that at home July 13th against Rocky Mountain. That's a season high for the High Wheelers in terms of strikeouts by one pitcher in a game. The 2-1 to Stewart, and that's strike two called on the outside corner. 2-2. Cameron Rapetti and Dawson Lane, the other two High Wheelers this year, to strike out as many as 10, meaning 10 in a game. The kick of the 2-2, and Stewart a pop-up foul right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes, so 3-1 YOLO. The bottom of the third. The other thing in that home run by Lozano, you remember last night, David Glancy robbed Brett Barrera of a home run, and I thought for a moment that Glancy was going to do the same to Lozano. That 10-foot wall out there, the kick on the 2-2, and Stewart a home run cut and a missed strike 3, and he strikes out swinging for the second time. So 7 strikeouts for Ferrer, so 2 down. And now here is the left fielder, and Noah Martinez with a YOLO lead at 3-1 over Oakland. But Glancy last night pulled one back, and I thought for a moment that he had pulled one back against Lozano. Martinez struck out looking in the first. 3-1 YOLO, bottom of the third, and the pitch to Noah. And that's taken for a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. So 0-1 the count. Ferrer again from the set. Kicks and delivers, and Martinez takes outside, ball 1. And the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ferrer allowed 11 homers in the regular season for YOLO, most by a High Wheeler pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike the count with Hubbard on deck. And the pitch, and Martinez, a big swing and a foul at the plate. Strike 2, 1-2, and obviously important that Ferrer gets Martinez, because then obviously Hubbard would then lead off next inning with Oakland at that point at least trailing by 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count with 2 out. 3-1, the High Wheelers lead the Ballers. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Third baseman Blackford well off the bag and well off the line, almost plays a deep short. The kick of the 1-2, and Martinez fouls one at the plate. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here at Raimondi Park, which opened in 1924. Obviously, it's been completely redone into a professional baseball-like design to accommodate the Pioneer League and the MLB Partner Leagues. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Ferrer deals from the set, and Martinez takes, and that's low ball 2, 2-2. 312 down the left field line. 398 the straightaway center, and it's 321 down the right field line. Video board and scoreboard out behind the right center field fence. The 2-2, and Martinez swings and misses strike 3, and he is out. Back-to-back times that the top 3 in the Oakland order have struck out, so that is the 8th strikeout for Ferrer, and 6 of the 8, again, have come against the top 3 in the Ballers order. But Lozano, the leadoff homer, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Nobody stranded. We go to the 4th inning. It is 3-1. YOLO leading Oakland on YouTube Live.
Pardon the pun, not. Leading off for YOLO, the left fielder, number 10, David Clancy.
On we go to the top half of the 4th inning. Winner of this game goes to the Pioneer League Championship Series to play either Missoula or Glacier. Those two playing in Game 2 right now of their championship series, only because last night's game in Missoula was rained out. David Glancy leads it off, then it's Smith and Lomax, so 6, 7, and 8 to face Luke Short, who delivers, and Glancy a foul ball right side, strike one. And the count is no balls and 1 strike, so Glancy, he struck out swinging his first time. The windup man, the pitch, and David swings, and he drives one high and deep to left field, and the Highwheelers get the run right back. Home run, David Glancy, 4-1 YOLO. Top half of the fourth. So 4-1 now YOLO. Second homer for the Highwheelers. Glancy joins Gonzalez in that department in this game. So Glancy, who had 4 homers as a Highwheeler, obviously after he joined the team in July, mid-July, has one here in the postseason. Glancy now in this series up to 4 RBIs. And now Tanner Smith bats, so 4-1 YOLO. And the pitch to Tanner, and that's a breaking ball taken for a strike on the outside corner. And the count is at no balls and 1 strike. Tanner flied to left his first time, and the pitch. Ground ball, second base, not hit hard. Dante Stewart up with in the middle of the base path, and he'll throw to Barrera at first. And Tanner Smith is retired, 1 down. And now the designated hitter, Taylor Lomax, will come up. Yeah, Glancy, 3 RBIs in Game 1 on Tuesday after going 2 for 5. And it looks like that's going to be all for Luke Short. So Aaron Miles and the entire Oakland infield, along with the catcher and Lozano, out to talk to Short. I mentioned that there had been action in the Oakland bullpen, and I wasn't sure who had been warming, but I guess we will find out momentarily. So that is it for Luke Short this evening. So we have a pitching change as we will take a break. With the score in the top of the fourth, it is YOLO 4 and Oakland 1. Back to tell you about the new Oakland pitcher in a moment. Game 3 of the Pioneer League playoffs on, first round of the playoffs on YouTube Live.
Big hit. Big hit.
The new pitcher for the Oakland Ballers is right-hander Zach St. Pierre, a guy we have seen seesaw this year between the bullpen and the rotation. We are in the top of the fourth inning tonight. Winner take all, Game 3 between YOLO and Oakland. 4-1, YOLO out in front. So Luke Short tonight for Oakland worked 3 1/3 innings. Allowed 6 hits, 4 runs all earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts, and gave up 2 home runs. So Zach St. Pierre makes his first appearance of this series. Regular season for St. Pierre, 7-5 with a 5.33 ERA in 24 games and 10 as a reliever. And even a few games as a pinch runner this year against YOLO for St. Pierre, who hails from the Dallas area. So, 4-1 YOLO, and now with one out and nobody on, Taylor Lomack comes up, and he is 0 for 1. Fouled out to first his first time, and the pitcher of St. Pierre is outside ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Zach is 5'11", 185 pounds. He's 26 years old. So full windup of the 1-0 to Lomack, and that's low ball 2-0 from St. Pierre, who mentioned originally from the Dallas area. He's from Allen, Texas, north of Dallas, and then went to junior college in the Shreveport area. Well, wind up with a 2-0, and Lomack swings and hits one back to the mound. Snagged nicely by St. Pierre, and he'll run the ball halfway to first, and an underhand toss to Barrera. And Lomack is out. Boy, Zach St. Pierre had to use all 5'11" of that frame. Lomack chopped down on that one. He hit the ball hard, and St. Pierre had to leap, came down with the ball, and threw on to the first baseman, ran the ball halfway to first, and then tossed it over to Barrera. Nice play there by Zach St. Pierre. 2 down, 4-1 YOLO. Bottom of the 4th. Here's Angel Mendoza. And St. Pierre out of the full windup delivers, and Angel takes outside ball 1. And the count's at 1 ball and no strikes. Now Mendoza got that 1-run third going with a leadoff double, and then scored on the Skinner double, who immediately followed Mendoza as Angel takes strike 1 on the outside corner, and the count's at 1 ball and a strike. St. Pierre went to Bossier Parish Community College over in Bossier City, Louisiana, just outside of Shreveport. The 1-1 on the way, low ball 2. And the count moves now to 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield fairly deep straightaway. Full windup in the 2-1. And Mendoza takes outside ball 3, 3-1. Complete darkness now here in Oakland on this Friday the 13th. Good crowd here tonight. We had a paid crowd of just over 3,200 last night. I'd have to think we're right around the same tonight. You can see the Oakland skyline from where I am up here in the press box. The press box here is top of the stands. The kick in the 3-1. And Mendoza swings, chops this ball to shortstop. Burkell a step to his right, plays the big bounce, and he'll throw to Burkell at first, or to Barrera at first. And Mendoza is out. Leadoff homer by Glancy. 1 run for YOLO, 1 hit, no errors, and a nobody left. After 3.5 innings, it is YOLO 4 and Oakland 1. Game 3 of the first round of the Pioneer League playoffs on YouTube Live.
Check it out, but what are you doing outside of here? He said he's taking some batting practice over at the Coliseum. Is that so? How'd you do? Oh, he crushed it. Of course he did. And now lastly, Scrappy, that's got to work up an appetite, of course. So, when... No, you can't do... Better food here, Scrappy.
Well, moving on to the bottom of the 4th inning. Winner take all tonight. Game 3 of the first round of the Pioneer League playoffs. It's YOLO 4 and Oakland 1. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live. Again, the winner of tonight's game goes to the Pioneer League Championship Series, held next week against the winner of Glacier and Missoula. Now, Glacier leads that series 1-0. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. Dondre Hubbard leads it off. And the first pitch to Hubbard is foul to the screen, strike one. No balls and a strike. Batters 4, 5, and 6 for Oakland. Hubbard, Barrera, and Clark to face Ben Ferrer. Hubbard struck out swinging in the second and was part of that put out 2-3. The catcher Mendoza to the first baseman Gonzalez. The kick in the 0-1, and Hubbard chops this one to third, and it goes under the glove of Blackford on down the left field side. Hubbard is digging for two, and he will make it standing up. Well, I think that's one of those that I think Braden Blackford should have had. It'll go as an error. Two-base error on Braden Blackford. That was one where he came in and wasn't a hard-hit ball and just tried to scoop it up, and the ball went right under his glove and on down the left field line. And the time it went all the way down the left field line, it was left fielder Glancy who eventually got to it. Second YOLO error tonight, and now it's Brett Barrera, and he takes low ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Although the second play where that Blackford, I think, would like to have back. Remember, he missed that pop-up, even though it didn't go as an error, but a ball that he should have caught in foul ground last inning that allowed Lozano an extra life to hit a home run. The 1-0, and Barrera swings. High fly ball, center field. Skinner camped underneath and makes the catch. Hubbard tags from second. He is on his way to third. The throw is not in time. Close play there. Ball grabbed by the third baseman Blackford, but Hubbard slides in safely. Third base umpire Bill Shortridge making the call just between the coach's box and the third base bag. So Barrera, productive out, moves Hubbard to third base. So 1 out, and now Tripp Clark comes up. Anyway, as the score is 4-1, YOLO leading Oakland in the fourth inning, the bottom of the fourth. Infield is back. They'll concede a run here for the out as the pitch to Clark, swing and a miss, 0-1. Well, mentioned bottom of the fifth inning in Missoula. It is Glacier 9 and Missoula nothing. So you never know up in Montana what things going to happen there with all that elevation. But Glacier certainly off to a good start. The 0-1 pitch, and Clark swinging and a miss to the slider, 0-2. But anyway, Glacier 9, Missoula nothing. If Glacier holds on and wins that game, then Glacier goes to the Pioneer League Championship Series. 0-2 the count. Hubbard at third and the pitch, and Clark swings and misses strike three, and he is out. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Clark, who was almost seemed near impossible to get out in that series, the last regular season series against Oakland last week, and even in the first game of this series, but strikes out swinging for the second time tonight. Now 9 strikeouts for Ben Ferrer. So 2 out. That keeps Hubbard at third. It keeps it 4-1 YOLO over Oakland, bottom of the fourth. And now it's Wilmer who's 0 for 1 tonight. So yeah, Glacier up 9-0 at Missoula tonight in the bottom of the fifth. So again, if that that score holds or thereabout, then Glacier ends up on the championship. Now Wilmer swings on a comebacker. Grabbed by Ferrer right in front of the mound. Underhand toss to Gonzalez. And Wilmer is out, and Ben Ferrer works around that leadoff error and works around a runner at third and 1 out. And Oakland does not score in the fourth. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the fifth. Game 3 of the first round of the Pioneer League playoffs. It is YOLO 4 and Oakland 1. You're listening to the YOLO High Wheelers on YouTube Live.
fans, one more time, we got the Scrappy's Instagram up there on the video board. If you want to take a look at everything he gets up to when he's not at Ramondi, give him a follow at scrappy.the.rally.boston over on Instagram.
On we go to the top half of the fifth inning tonight in a 4-1 YOLO lead over the Oakland Ballers. YOLO, I should say, scoring twice in the first inning on the two-run homer by Jose Gonzalez and another run in the third on the RBI double by Braylon Skinner, who was at the top of the order then for the second time. And now, YOLO and Braylon Skinner at the top of the order for the third time as he leads off. And Zach St. Pierre delivers, and Skinner a high fly ball foul left side 0-1. The other YOLO run, the home run by Glancy leading off the fourth. Oakland's only run, the catcher Lozano leading off the third inning. So 4-1 in favor of YOLO. It'll be Skinner, Marine, and Leday on top of the YOLO order for the third time. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, strike two. And the count is a no balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the High Wheelers. A run, 2 hits, no errors for the Ballers. Third baseman Hubbard even with the bag and off the line. And the pitch, and Skinner swings on a tapper out in front of him, out off the hill. St. Pierre up with a baseball and his throw to first in time, just in time to get Skinner. Low throw there, but we're able to, I can't say dig it out. He caught it in the air, but anyway, Skinner is out now, 1 for 3 tonight, so 1 down. And now it's Braylon Marine, who's 2 for 2, a double, an infield single, and a run scored. And a 4-1 YOLO advantage, top half of the fifth inning, leading Oakland. St. Pierre, who came on in the fourth inning, delivers, and Marine takes. And that's a called strike on the inside corner. And that moves the needle to no balls and a strike. Outfield fairly deep straightaway. The kick and the pitch. And Braylon takes. Well, it's called a ball. It's going to be challenged, though, by the Ballers. And the call's been overturned to a strike. So instead of 0-1, or instead of 1-1, it's now 0-2 to Braylon Marine. So no balls and 2 strikes that count. So Braylon Marine facing Zach St. Pierre. Full windup and the pitch. And Marine swings, hits one deep in the hole, it's short. And Burkell, tough time coming up with it. And Marine will be safe at first. Burkell had to go deep in the hole. Backhand attempt. And then just couldn't come up with the ball cleanly. And Marine will be safe at first. So he's on base for the third time. So we'll see how that's ruled. It will be ruled a base hit, okay. So, Marine now 3 for 3. Keep in mind, Marine's got good speed. Burkell did have to go deep in the hole at short. I thought it was a fieldable ball, but it's not my call on that. I just go along for what they tell me. So, Marine, as I said, 3 hits tonight, and that is the 7th hit for the High Wheelers, who have a 4-1 lead in the top half of the fifth. The Oakland pitching coach, Jim Diedrich, comes out to talk to St. Pierre in the infield. Now it's Leday, who is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Which we saw St. Pierre pretty much all season. Last time we actually saw him on the mound was the penultimate regular season game on September 7th in Davis. Now the pitch on the way to Leday is outside, ball 1-0. St. Pierre out of middle relief last Saturday, worked 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run earned. He'd walked 2 and struck out 2. As he deals from the set, and Leday a big swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Leday had 1 at bat against St. Pierre on Saturday and was 1 for 1 against him with a single. St. Pierre started the first game of the last regular season series. There goes Marine. Pitch taken for a strike to the second. Marine is out with a dive. He is caught stealing. 2 out.
He's challenging. After review, the pitch is overturned to a strike. No, it was called a strike. It was called a strike. Thank you. I didn't see it.
The Marine is out 2-4 on the caught stealing. The catcher Lozano to the second baseman Stewart. Leday and the High Wheelers challenged the strike call, and that's been confirmed a strike. So that's a real double whammy on the High Wheelers there. Not only is Marine caught stealing, but the strike was confirmed. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Marine, by the way, in the regular season was caught stealing just 5 times. Marine, by the way, actually has a steal and a caught stealing tonight. Now St. Pierre back down to the windup in the 1-2, and Leday takes low ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I was saying earlier that St. Pierre was the starting pitcher in the first game of the series last week, the final regular season series. He kicks in the 2-2, low ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. St. Pierre in that game lasted 2 2/3 innings. The kick in the 3-2, and Leday swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Lozano, strike 3. And Leday strikes out swinging for the second time tonight, and that is the first strikeout for Zach St. Pierre. 1 hit, nobody left, halfway done. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Game 3 of the first round of the Pioneer League playoffs. The score, Yolo 4 and Oakland 1 on YouTube Live. Halfway done as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning tonight from Oakland, and a 4-1 Yolo lead over the Oakland Ballers. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live. And Brad Burkell leads it off for Oakland. It'll be Burkell, Lozano within the top of the Oakland order for the center fielder and Carson, 8-9-1 to face the short-sleeved Ben Ferrer. He and his High Wheeler teammates in the gray shirts and gray pants tonight. First pitch on the way to Burkell, and that's low ball 1-0. Yolo in big black letters filled across the front of the shirt, black caps. Gold number on both sides of the shirt. Oakland in the home whites tonight. Burkell is 0 for 1, and the pitch to Brad, and that hits the outer half of the plate. And that is taken for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Brad Burkell, with a 4-1 lead for the High Wheelers. Bottom 5th, and the pitch, and Burkell takes. Strike 2 called on the outside corner, 1-2. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And the pitch on the way, and Burkell swings. Ground ball to first. It's gloved by Gonzalez, and he'll run the ball to the bag for the unassisted out. Yeah, Gonzalez had to move to his right to grab that ball and then had to come back and run horizontally to first base. So that is out number 1 here in the bottom of inning number 5 in a 4-1 YOLO lead over Oakland. And now Tyler Lozano will come up. He homered in the 3rd inning. I mentioned Oakland tonight in the home white uniforms. First time we've not seen them wear the forest green tops in a while. As Lozano made a motion, but takes outside ball 1. 1-0. But yeah, Oakland, the home whites. Oakland in big green letters fell across the front of the uniform. White pants, green number on the back of the uniform. 1 ball, no strikes to Lozano. And the pitch from Ferrer. Lozano takes, and that's down the middle. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike from Ferrer, who Mitch had lost his last regular season start against Oakland. The pitch on the way, and Lozano is swinging the rest of the breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Prior to Ferrer's last start, his prior 5 starts, he was 5-0. The kick of the 1-2, and Lozano hits this one toward third to his left, Blackford. His throw is high, but Gonzalez leaps and comes back down on the bag. And Lozano is out. And Braden Blackford has had a tough night tonight at third base. He got away with that one, but had a fielding error, and he's missed a foul pop-up, which didn't go as an error, but missed the ball that should have been caught, and that extended the at-bat a few innings ago to a home run to Lozano. And then not a great throw there, but goes in the books as a 5-3, 2 down. Anyway, prior to Ferrer's last start, he had won his last 5 starts with an ERA in that span over those 5 games at 1.97. So now the top of the order up for the 3rd time for Oakland. It's the center fielder Brett Carson, who takes outside ball 1-0. He has struck out twice, once swinging, once looking. Ferrer delivers, and Carson drives one to left field, and it's going to get down a base hit, and the ball gets past Glancy, but the dimensions are so short out there. Glancy picks the ball up on the warning track, and Carson settles for a single. So just simply a single for Carson, no further advance. The ball eventually comes back in towards second. So Carson now 1 for 3 tonight, hit number 3 for Oakland. The lead is 4-1 in favor of YOLO. In the bottom of the 5th, and now Dante Stewart comes up to face Ben Ferrer. It'll be interesting if YOLO has to go to the bullpen later, how they're going to work that. And again, I mentioned this earlier, YOLO pitching coach Jerome Williams saying all hands on deck tonight. Now Stewart, who's 0 for 2. Chopper foul, third base side, strike 1. And the count's at no balls and 1 strike with a YOLO 4-1 lead over Oakland. I mean, for example, Cameron Rapetti, who had a great year with YOLO as well. We could see him, if Rapetti has to come in and go an inning, that could happen. 0-1 the count, and the pitch, and Stewart a swing at a big breaking ball, and a tapper foul, first base side 0-2. I mean, you see it in the big leagues where guys who are starters all season come in and pitch in relief. Games like this, I mean, it's everybody, roles are a little different. Stewart has struck out swinging twice tonight. Again, he's 0 for 2. The 0-2 pitch, and that's wasted high ball 1. And the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody warming in either bullpen right now. And this is a very, very important batter for Ferrer to get here in Dante Stewart. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, and Stewart drives one toward left. Glancy is back, and this ball's gone! And just like that, it is 4-3 now in favor of the YOLO High Whalers. That's a tough break there for Ferrer. And again, with the, and I know, hey, dimensions are the same for both teams. We get it. But line drive, opposite field home run for Dante Stewart. And I was just about to mention, And again, with the time clock, you're going to have a whole lot of time to get this in. As Noah Martinez trying to tie it, swings and misses 0-1. I say very important at bat. I mean, especially that he had Stewart at 2 outs and 2 strikes, that he gets Stewart, because then the inning's over. And you don't have to worry about Martinez coming up as the tying run. Well, now you have to worry about Martinez coming up as the tying run. So 4-3 now in favor of the High Wheelers. Martinez has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging, and he takes low from fair 1-1. Low in the strike zone, apparently. That was called a strike. Late call there. So instead, it's a strike 2. 0-2 the count. Oh, 0-2 the count. And the pitch, and Martinez swings. Ground ball, second base. Bobby Leday up with it. He will throw to Gonzalez at first. And that gets Martinez, but that's a stinger. That 2 out, 2 strike, 2-run homer by Stewart. 2 runs for the Ballers. 2 hits. There were no errors. And nobody left. We go to the 6th. Feel the intensity here. Winner take all tonight. 4-3. YOLO leading Oakland on YouTube Live. Well, things getting a little tighter as we go to the top of the 6th inning. 4-3 now. YOLO over Oakland. By the way, that home run by Dante Stewart as first pitch to Jose Gonzalez, and he swings and misses strike 1-1. Stewart's first home run of the postseason. He had 7 home runs in the regular season for Oakland. So Jose Gonzalez swings and misses 0-1. Gonzalez, Blackford, and Glancy 4, 5, and 6. Gonzalez, a 2-run homer in the first. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for YOLO. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Oakland. In front of tonight's paid crowd of 2,662. So not as many as I thought here tonight, but they're making up for it with all the noise right now. So each team has 2 home runs. Gonzalez and Glancy for YOLO, Lozano and Stewart for Oakland. St. Pierre, who came on in the 4th inning, so far has worked an inning and 2/3 of shutout relief, the 0-1. And Gonzalez swings and hits a comebacker. Snagged in front of the mound by St. Pierre. He'll run the ball almost all the way to first and gets Gonzalez. He'll underhand the ball to Barrera at first to get Gonzalez. So Jose now 1 for 3 tonight. And now Braden Blackford comes up. He's 0 for 2. You know, Blackford this year, he's been a streaky hitter. And time for maybe Blackford to get back on that plus side of that streak. Blackford 1 for 10 in this series. St. Pierre delivers, and Blackford swings and hits one to first. Back of the bag, snagged by Barrera. And he'll take the ball to the base for the unassisted out. Very quickly, 2 out, and this is a huge inning for St. Pierre and the Ballers after Stewart's home run, which obviously with 2 out, huge home run, got the crowd back into it. Until obviously getting the Ballers back into it. I know a 3-run deficit isn't much, especially this place, but a 1-run deficit's better than a 3-run deficit. And Highwheelers 2 quick outs here in this inning, and now it's Glancy who homered leading off the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Full windup by Zach St. Pierre and the pitch, and Glancy takes, and that's down the middle, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Well, 36 meetings in the regular season between these two clubs. Not much difference. 19-17. Oakland won the season series. The windup in the 0-1, and Glancy takes, and that is high for a ball. Lozano framing that one, but did not get the call from plate umpire Ricardo Rodriguez. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. So far, this best of 3 series, even at 1. The kick in the 1-1, and Glancy a home run cut and a missed strike 2. And the count moves now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here we are in the 6th inning of this 3rd and decisive game, and it's a 1-run YOLO lead. The windup in the 1-2 pitch. Low ball 2 to Glancy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So they said how appropriate. It comes down to Friday the 13th between these 2 expansion teams of the Pioneer League. The first time that the Pioneer League has ever seen baseball in California. Full wind in the 2-2. And Glancy check swing past the mound towards second. Stewart to his right, vacuums up the baseball. His throw pulls Barrera off the bag, and safe at first is Glancy. And it'll go as an error. E4 on the second baseman, Stewart. Whenever the umpire makes the motion where he pushes both hands to the side, as the first base umpire there did, Ron Adams did, that means the first baseman came off the bag because of a bad throw. Now it's Tanner Smith. He's had some clutch hits in the series. He takes outside ball 1, 1-0. 4-3 YOLO, top of the 6th inning. So Barrera did come off the bag. That's the first error for Oakland tonight. So Glancy now 1 for 3. Smith is 0 for 2. And the pitch to Tanner. And he looks at a strike on the outside corner. And the count is a 1 ball and 1 strike with a 4-3 advantage for the YOLO Highwheelers. Top of the 6th inning. And doesn't appear anybody warming in either bullpen. As the pitch to Tanner Smith, and that's a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanner 5 RBIs in the first game back on Tuesday in Davis. Remember, the reason the game is here tonight is because Oakland won the second half of the Pioneer League by 1 game over Oakland. 1-2. Just inside ball 2, 2-2, although Oakland's going to challenge that. And it's been confirmed a ball. So, count as a 2-2. And remember, even though pretty much a foregone conclusion going into that series last week that YOLO and Oakland are both going to go to the postseason, what was not a foregone conclusion was first place. And Oakland had to win the second to final game of the regular season to clinch first place, hence the higher seed. And in case there was a Game 3, it would be here. Well, guess what? It's Game 3 tonight, and it's here. The 2-2. And Smith swings, ground ball toward third, diving stop to his left by Hubbard. His throw from his knees, though not in time. Good effort by Dondre Hubbard. Kept the ball in the infield. Would not have scored a run, but probably would have been first and third. Instead, it's first and second. So Glancy goes to second. Smith has an infield single. He is 1 for 3. 8 hits for the Highwheelers, and now it's Taylor Lomack who digs in, and he is 0 for 2, and he's homered in this series. Homered in Game 1 on Tuesday. 4-3 YOLO, top of the 6th inning over Oakland. Now Glancy at second, Smith at first, both with good speed. Of course, both will be off on contact as Zach St. Pierre delivers, and Lomack takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. First time, and I define first time meaning the last 2 nights, first time Lomack has been to this ballpark. Remember, he was with Billings up until the final series of the regular season, and Billings did not come here, the 0-1, and that's in the dirt ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And even though the High Wheelers had, of course, been here a lot this year, but Lomac was not with Yolo at those moments. Mendoza waits on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count with 2 out. Yolo 4, Oakland 3. Big moment here, 2 on, 2 out, top of the 6th. And the pitch, and Lomac takes right down the middle. Strike 2.
Strike is challenged. Hold a strike on the field.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count with 2 out. Outfield medium depth straight away for Lomac, who was in the playoffs last year with Billings. The kick on the 1-2, low ball to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count to the Atlanta area native and Lomac. High Wheelers giving up their first round pick next year to Billings to get Lomac for these situations. The kick on the 2-2. And that's just off the plate. Now Oakland's going to challenge that.
The ballers are challenging the call ball.
And it's been overturned to strike 3. And Lomac is out. So they get the strikeout on the challenge. And Lomac, as it turns out, courtesy of the track man, called out on strikes. St. Pierre's second strikeout. The High Wheelers do not score in the 6th. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-3, Yolo leading Oakland. Game 3 of the Pioneer League first round playoffs on YouTube Live.
That's almost indecisive.
Yes.
That's absolutely an overturn. Excellent call.
Ballers fans, I am here with Chandler David. It's time for Bolo with the Ballers. Chandler, you're
Brian Hayes.
We're going to start with the key question. What are your thoughts on impossible
That's a
meat?
strike.
Well, I've never had it, but I'm going to go with heck no.
Now listen, for the vegans in the crowd today, we still love
Banks
you,
at-
we still appreciate you, but
Kirkland
we are
Banks at
talking
third base.
Here, beef is beef, and we love that. But more importantly, you
Plays
have
the
a
Blackbirds
team
out?
here
Yeah.
of
Kirkland Banks at
outstanding
third.
young gentlemen.
What numbers, man?
Really salt of the
2.
earth, guys. Who on this team would you let date your hypothetical daughter?
I'm going to go with Nelly.
That would be Braden Nelson for all of you watching at home. And now, of course, the opposite. Who on this team would you absolutely not let date your daughter?
Kirkland Banks.
Mr. Tyler Lozano.
Your anticipated defensive change for Yolo. Now playing the first base, number 2, Kirkland Banks. Leading off for your ballers, the third baseman.
Well, on to the bottom of the 6th, the winner take all tonight. Game 3 of the Pioneer League first round playoff series between Yolo and Oakland. It's Yolo 4, Oakland 3. Change for the High Wheelers, Kirkland Banks. He comes in to play third base, and he will bat 5th, so Braden Blackford comes out of the game, and Banks comes in to play third and will hit in the 5th spot. Dondre Hubbard will lead it off against Ben Ferrer. It's Hubbard, Barrera, and Clark. 4, 5, 6, and Ben Ferrer's pitch, and Hubbard takes low ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live. 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Yolo. 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for Oakland. As the pitch on the way to Hubbard, and a big swing and a miss. Strike 1, and the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike to Hubbard, who is 0 for 2 tonight. So one of the crowd favorites here in Oakland, and Hubbard. A 1-1 on the way, and Dondre swings, and he drives one toward left center. Skinner to his right, and he leaps to make the catch. So Braylon Skinner hauling that one in, and Hubbard is retired, 1 out. And now it's the first baseman, Brett Barrera. And Barrera digs in. He is 1 for 2 tonight with a single to center. Yolo 4, Oakland 3. 1-run game last night. At the moment, a 1-run game tonight. And the pitch on the way to Barrera. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike from Ben Ferrer. 0-1 the count. Infield all the way around the pitch. And that's low ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't really have at the moment time to look. I didn't think about looking at it before the game, but I have to think these two would have faced each other in college with Ferrer at Oregon State and Barrera at Stanford. Banks just back of the bag and off the line at third. It's really guarding the line at third. Gonzalez well off the line at first. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Yolo 4, Oakland 3, bottom 6 the pitch, and Barrera a liner to short, and it's caught by Marine. Low line drive there, and Marine just went down to bend his knees to make that catch. So Barrera is retired, 2 away. And now Trip Clark will dig in with a 4-3 advantage for the High Wheelers. And we talked about the High Wheeler bullpen, which again tonight could have some tweaks with everybody available. Again, a guy like Cameron Rapetti you could see in relief, but remember the High Wheelers starting staff this year, it's been the ability to get it to that good bullpen as Clark takes high ball 1. And the count is at a ball and no strikes, where you have the likes of Jack Zalaski as that 7-inning guy, and Lingrell in the 8th, and Buckner in the 9th. 1 ball, no strike pitch, and Clark a foul to the backstop, strike 1. And the count is now at a ball and a strike to Clark, who, in a way, this is his really second experience in the playoffs this year. College World Series at the Division II level this past spring with Angelo State, runners-up at the D2 level, losing to the University of Tampa. As a 1-1, and that hit Clark. Hit him, and looks like Clark is wearing, you can almost hear it from here, wearing a protective elbow brace on his left elbow, and I think Ferrer saying, hey man, my bad right there, sorry. And Clark simply walks down to first base. So Ferrer, who had some 2-out trouble in the 5th, and now ends up hitting a batter, and now the possible go-ahead run comes up. It is 4-3 Yolo, and it's Stephen Wilmer who digs in. He is 0 for 2. But again, with everybody all hands on deck, that bullpen certainly extends tonight. So now it's Wilmer. Outfield medium depth straight away. 4-3 Yolo the pitch. And Wilmer takes low and in, ball 1. And the count's at a ball and no strikes. Clark not much speed at first. Of course, he'll be off on contact as Gonzalez holds him on. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Ferrer from the set, and Wilmer swings, ground ball towards second. To his right, Leday, and he'll flip the ball to the shortstop, Marine, to get the force on the sliding Clark. 4-6 on the force at second base. No runs, no hits, no errors, or runner left. We go to the 7th. 4-3, Yolo leading Oakland on YouTube Live. Game 3 of the Pioneer League first round of playoffs. We go to the 7th inning tonight. It is a 4-3 YOLO lead over Oakland. Third and decisive game here at Raimondi Park. Winner of this game will most likely, the winner of this game definitely goes to the Pioneer League Championship Series. There is no doubt about that. Most likely will be against the Glacier Range Riders, who lead at Missoula 9-0 in the bottom of the 7th. If Glacier holds on and wins that game, then Glacier goes on to the championship series. Angel Mendoza leads it off, and he takes high ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So it'll be Mendoza. And on the top of the YOLO order for the center fielder, Skinner, and then Marine, 9-1-2. The kick on the 1-0 from Zach St. Pierre. And Mendoza swings and misses, strike 1, 1-1. Mendoza 1 for 2 tonight, double and a run scored. St. Pierre came on in the 4th inning. So far, 2 2/3 shutout innings as Mendoza check swing. Where did that hit him? Well, let's see here. Well, Mendoza is going to head down to first base. So apparently Angel Mendoza hit with a pitch. And now Aaron Miles is going to come out and say, wait a minute. Mendoza might have offered at it too. If I'm Oakland, I might appeal that to first base umpire, because Mendoza might have gone around. And if you go around and you're with a pitch, it's a strike. If I'm Oakland, I check. So there's some options here. Pitch obviously was inside. Now, my knee-jerk reaction was the ball hit the bat of Mendoza, but I'm not down at home plate. And this is a very, very big decision right here. And if the umpires overrule this or not, but apparently it doesn't appear that there's going to be any further argument or discussion. They didn't really escalate to an argument, but a discussion. So Mendoza is at first base. Now, remember, Kirkland Banks is already in the game. And, of course, Taylor Lomack has started the game. And the other 2 options right now on the bench to pinch run for Mendoza are not speed guys. The other catcher, Edwin De La Cruz, and then the other first baseman, the High Wheelers have Alejandro Figueiredo. Because, remember, you can always put Mendoza back into the game. Anyway, Mendoza hit with a pitch to open the 7th inning. And now the top of the YOLO order for the 4th time for the center fielder, Braylon Skinner. Shows bunt, takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And with the new rule where you can put a pinch runner in and then have the player who had left the game momentarily could come back in next inning. As Skinner drops a bunt out in front of the mound, St. Pierre looks at second. He'll have the one play to first as Pereira there to take the throw. So Braylon Skinner, sacrifice bunt, moves Mendoza to second. So 1-3 on the sack bunt there. 1 out, 4-3, YOLO leading Oakland. Top of the 7th inning with a trip to the Pioneer League Championship Series on the line. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live. And now Braylon Marine comes up. Marine is 3 for 3, a double, 2 singles run scored. Mendoza hits second the pitch, and Marine takes low ball 1. And the count is at 1 ball and no strikes. Winner of this one goes to the championship series starting next week. That'll be a best of 5. Probably a 99% chance it'll be against Glacier. The 1-0. And Marine made a motion. The pitch takes low ball, 2-0. Glacier a 9-0 lead at Missoula, bottom of the 7th inning up there. So most likely it'll be the Range Riders going to the championship series. This game, a lot going on right now. The 2-0 pitch, and Marine takes low ball 3-0. This game is not 9-0. It is 4-3 YOLO. Here on the top half of the 7th inning. Bobby Leday waits on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. Zach St. Pierre looks back at second. They on the pitch, and that's a strike called on the outside corner to Braylon Marine. And the count is at 3 balls and 1 strike. Outfield back, but then again, at this ballpark, doesn't always seem to matter where the outfield is. The 3-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball 3-2 with the runner at second and Angel Mendoza. So 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Looks like somebody is standing on the mound in the Yolo right field bullpen. The kick in the 3-2. Marine swings, ground ball towards short. It's gloved by Burkell. It double clutched his sort of first, not in time. Everybody is safe. Mendoza, on top of that, gets to third with 1 out. And Marine is safe at first. Burkell double clutched. That'll be an error. I mean, he got to the ball, but then he just couldn't get a grip on it and double clutched. And that once he double clutched, I mean, and combined with the fact he had to make a long throw to first. And Marine is safe. So Marine now 3 for 4 tonight. Mendoza goes to third. It's first and third with 1 out. And that will be all for Zach St. Pierre. So things getting a little more dramatic here, as if there are not enough drama in this one. Top of the 7th inning. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And the score, 4-3, Yolo leads Oakland. And we will see a new Oakland pitcher in a moment on YouTube Live. Well, Christian Cosby, who I figured we were going to see tonight, comes on to do the pitching. The league leader in strikeouts in the Pioneer League this year in Christian Cosby. So he comes on to do the pitching. 124 strikeouts this year. And the first pitch, high deep drive. Bobby Leday hits it to left field, and this ball is caught by the left fielder in Martinez. Tagging from third is Mendoza, and he will score. How that ball didn't go out, I don't know. However, I think if you were to say before the plate appearance there by Leday that he will hit a sacrifice fly, you take it. Boy, that ball was very, very high. Obviously I got a little more excited than I should have there, but I think just looking at the knee-jerk reaction there, most would say that would have been a home run. However, it's a sacrifice fly. Now it's Jose Gonzalez who homered earlier. He takes low ball 1-0. So Leday does the job, at least gets a run in. Sacrifice fly, RBI for Leday. Marine, by the way, tagged and went to second on the sac fly. As Gonzalez swings and he loops this one towards center. On comes Carson, can't get a base hit. On his way home is Marine. Here is the throw. It's going to be well short, and seeing that going to second is Gonzalez. A huge 2-out RBI single by Jose Gonzalez makes it now 6-3 YOLO here in the top half of the 7th inning. So Gonzalez, his third RBI tonight. Single to center, RBI, second on the throw. And now Kirkland Banks comes up for the first time this evening. And Christian Cosby delivers. 6-3 is the score. YOLO leads it, and Banks takes a strike on the outside corner. And the count is at no balls and 1 strike from Christian Cosby. Banks came on to the bottom of the last inning to play third base when Blackford came out. 6-3 YOLO the pitch, and Kirkland, who had a 7 RBI game here. I'm sorry, I take that back. Let me correct it. Pitch has been confirmed a strike. Thanks to not, it was Braylon Skinner had a 7 RBI game here back in June. So let me correct that. Banks. Let me correct the count here. The count is at no balls and 2 strikes. A lot going on here, folks. 6-3 is the score. YOLO leads Oakland. Top of the 7th inning. Gonzalez, big lead at second base, and now Cosby steps off the rubber. Banks had a grand slam here, is what I meant to say. Not a 7 RBI game, but had a grand slam here on July 7th. No ball, 2-strike pitch, and Kirkland takes low for a ball, 1-2. Banks did not play last night. In fact, this is his first plate appearance of the series. Banks pinch ran and scored a run in Game 1. Cosby, who pitched in Game 1, comes set. 6-3 YOLO the pitch, and Banks swings and chops this ball to second base. It's gloved by Dante Stewart, and he will throw to Barrera at first to get Banks. But Bobby Leday, a sac fly, and Jose Gonzalez, that 2-run single. And YOLO strikes for the Gonzalez, the 2-out single. So 2 runs for YOLO. On 1 hit, there was 1 error. That was a big error on Burkell. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. Stretch time on this Friday night. YOLO will have a new pitcher when we get back. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. YOLO 6 and Oakland 3. This is Game 3 of the Pioneer League playoffs on YouTube Live.
All right, Bonus fans, you know the drill. You hear the music. Let's get singing. Let's go, Oakland! Let's go, Oakland! Let's go, Oakland! Let's go, Oakland!
Your attention, please. Now pitching for YOLO, number 17, Jack Gillespie.
Well, stretch time for Monty Park on this Friday night. Game 3 of the first round of the Pioneer League playoffs. It is YOLO 6 and Oakland 3, so the High Wheelers do get that 3-run lead back. And Jack Zalaski is the new YOLO pitcher. So Ben Ferrer, I don't want to say had a big lead early, but had a lead early, and even though things got a little tense, he was able to maintain that lead. And Ben Ferrer, a really good job tonight, as he's done all year. Ferrer, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, and no walks, and he struck out 9. So Jack Zalaski, the Sacramento State alum, comes on to do the pitching. Second appearance of the series for Zalaski. Brad Burkell pushes a bunt right out in front of the plate. Grabbed by the catcher Mendoza, who's sort of first. Good stretch by Gonzalez, and Burkell's out. Great play there to pounce on that one by the catcher and Angel Mendoza. And a good stretch. Gonzalez had a stretch in the direction of second base. And Burkell is out, one down. So it's Burkell, Lozano, and then the top of the Oakland order for the center fielder Carson. So 8-9-1. Now Lozano homered in the third inning. He's 1 for 2. As Zalaski from the set, first base side of the rubber deals, and that's a strike called on the outside corner, 1-1. Zach St. Pierre tonight for Oakland, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs unearned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Mentioned Zalaski, second appearance of this series, worked in game 1, went 1 inning and allowed 1 hit for Jack, who in a few days will celebrate his 24th birthday, 6'1", 200 pounds. And the Elk Grove product deals, and Lozano, who grew up not far from Elk Grove, grew up about maybe 40 minutes south of there in Stockton. Fouls one off left side, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes the count. From Jack Zalaski, who in the regular season pitched in 38 games, all out of the bullpen. He and Connor Langrell co-led the High Wheelers in appearances with 38. Zalaski 6-1 record with a 4.03 earned run average. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and Lozano is out. First strikeout for Zalaski, 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a 6-3 advantage for the Yellow High Wheelers over the Oakland Ballers. Winner of this game goes to the Pioneer League Championship Series, which I think if I was allowed to bet, which I don't, as the top of the Oakland order for the 4th time for the center fielder Brett Carson, and he takes outside 1-0. If I was allowed to bet, I would put my money on Glacier because they're up 11-0 right now in the top of the 8th at Missoula. As Carson, a ground ball foul up along first. And that is strike 1, and the count is at a ball and a strike with a 6-3 YOLO lead over Oakland. Bottom of the 7th inning. Glacier won the first game of that series the other night, and or whatever that was, Tuesday night. The kick and the 1-1, and Carson swings at a high, deep drive to right field, and this ball is gone. No doubt about that one into the Oakland right center field bullpen for Carson. Back-to-back nights in which he has homered. So it's a 3rd Oakland homer tonight. Man that's coming up now has one of those 3 in Dante Stewart. So that tightens things down to 6-4 in favor of the High Wheelers. Stewart is 1 for 3, and the first pitch on the way to Stewart from Zalaski's inside, ball 1-0. Well, 3 of the 4 runs tonight for the Ballers have come with 2 out. And Stewart, 2-out, 2-run homer in the 5th, the 1-0. And Dante takes inside, ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. Well, I'll say it again. I said it a couple innings ago. It's important that High Wheelers get Stewart. The 2-0 pitch. Low and away, 3-0. If Stewart reaches, then Martinez comes up as the possible tying run. It is 6-4 YOLO, bottom half of the 7th inning. In this winner-take-all game tonight in West Oakland. So 3 balls and no strikes the count. And the pitch. And Stewart takes that right down the middle, called strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Zalaski, great pants up to his knees, right back home. And Stewart swings, hits one to third, right at Kirkland Banks. And he'll throw coast to coast to Gonzalez at first. And Stewart is out. So good job there by Zalaski to come back from 3-0 and then eventually 3-1 to get Stewart. Home run by Carson, a run, a hit, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 8th. Winner take all tonight. Boy, this is a tense one. 6-4. Yolo leading Oakland on YouTube Live.
With the plumbing industry and do-it-yourself consumers. We have 5 branches in Northern California to serve you, each with a complete stock of plumbing, heating, and sheet metal supplies. Visit us online at
Well, on we go to the 8th inning tonight from Oakland. 6-4, Yolo out in front over the Oakland Ballers. This is Doug Greenwald. You're listening to the Yolo High Wheelers on YouTube Live. And Carson Lambert on to do the pitching now for Oakland. Christian Cosby lasted 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, and all zeros from there. So Lambert on to pitch here in the top half of the 8th inning. Lambert, first appearance of this series after seeing him pretty much all year. So David Glancy leads it off, 6-4 Yolo, and Lambert 3/4 windup delivers, and Glancy, who's homer tonight, takes a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Glancy, Smith, and Lomack, 6, 7, and 8. 6-4 Yolo, top of the 8th inning. On this half moon night, the 0-1. And that is low ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Glancy 1 for 3 tonight. 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the High Wheelers. 4, 5, and 2 for the Ballers. Lambert, black curly hair, 3/4 windup, the 1-1. Up and away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Lambert, 6'4", 200 pounds. Just turned 25. The windup on the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Glancy comes up empty there. Fastball in the outer half. Strike 2. And the count's at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Zalaski, that 7-8-9 bridge, inning 7-8-9 bridge, did give up a home run, but only 1 run. The windup in the 2-2 pitch. Just off the plate, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Connor Langrell getting loose for Yolo. 3-2 the count. 6-4 in favor of the High Wheelers. Top of the 8th inning. And Lambert, who's been a starter and a reliever this year, 3/4 windup to 3-2, and Glancy a high pop-up foul first base side, and that'll reach the stands, and the count moves now to 3 balls, or stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Glancy a home run leading off the 4th inning. Started the season, did Glancy wearing a Notre Dame uniform. When I say start of the season, really going back obviously earlier this calendar year. This is his first pro team. 3-2. Swing and a High fly ball toward right center field. Scampering to his left, Carson, and the center fielder will be there to make the catch in the direction of right center. So Clancy flies to center, one out. And now Tanner Smith comes up with a 6-4 YOLO lead. You know, this is one of these games right now, considering what is at stake. Winner of this game goes to the Pioneer League Championship Series. That YOLO would like more than just one more run, folks. They'd probably like another 12 runs. The pitch on the way, and that's taken low, ball one. And the count is at 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch on the way to Tanner, and he goes around, commits too far. Pitch on the inner half, strike one. And the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike from Lambert, who the regular season was 2-4 with a 6.89 ERA. 24 games, 9 as a starter. Smith bunts this one up along third, and that'll kick foul. And the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes from Lambert, who earlier in the year had apparently struck a deal, or so he thought, with the Toronto Blue Jays to go into their minor league system. And then for whatever reason, I guess something happened with the contract, attempted contract, and ended up coming back to Oakland. Never did sign with Toronto for Lambert, who probably faced Smith in college when Lambert was at USC and Smith at Oregon. Smith 1 for 3 tonight with an infield single. 6-4 YOLO, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th. The windup in the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. What was not missed was the net above the yellow first base dugout where that bat went. So Tanner Smith swung and missed. The bat toss went all the way over toward the yellow first base dugout. So Smith strikes out swinging. First strikeout for Lambert. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 8th. Again, Langrell warming for YOLO. 6-4 High Wheelers. Now it's Lomack trying for some 2-out magic, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. And the count's at no balls and 1 strike to Lomack, who's 0 for 3. And he swings on a foul to the backstop. Strike 2. And Lomack 0-2 the count, wearing his gray pants up to his knees. No balls and 2 strikes the count with 2 out. 6-4 YOLO. Top of the 8th. The windup in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pitch on the outer half. Lambert a perfect 8th with a pair of strikeouts. And it's the first time tonight the High Wheelers have gone. Second time tonight the High Wheelers have gone in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is YOLO 6 and Oakland 4. You're listening to YOLO High Wheelers on YouTube Live. 2024 Pioneer League Playoffs. Well, Connor Langrell comes on to pitch here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's YOLO 6 and Oakland 4. Final line on Jack Zalaski of YOLO: 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run earned. No walks, no strikeouts. Give up a home run. So this has been the typical Bridge much of the season. Good starting pitching, obviously a lead. Go to Zalaski in the 7th, Langrell in the 8th, and then probably Ty Buckner in the 9th. Noah Martinez leads it off. 6-4 YOLO, bottom 8 in the pitch, and Martinez takes high ball 1-0. Martinez, Hubbard, and Barreras, so the 3, 4, and 5 batters, and the big bats here for the Ballers. Noah Martinez is 0 for 3. Langrell from the high set delivers, and Martinez takes a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Now Martinez and the Ballers are going to challenge that call. And the pitch has been overturned to a ball. So instead of 1-1, it's 2-0 now. That changes the complexion of this, or could. Langrell 2-1 in the regular season, 1.97 ERA in 38 games, all out of the bullpen. Mentioned earlier, he and Jack Zalaski co-led the High Wheelers in games pitched this season. The kick on the 2-0, and that's a strike on the inside corner. So Langrell gets the strike back. 2-1 the count. Although still a hitter's count, but does get a strike out of it. 2-1. And the pitch, and Martinez takes, and that's inside, ball 3. 3-1 now to Noah Martinez. Well, if he gets on, then Hubbard has got power, waits on deck. It would represent the tying run. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. And Martinez swing and a foul to the backstop. I thought for a moment he completely missed it, and then I'm thinking, oh, Mendoza better go and pick it up. Martinez never did run toward first, so it's a foul ball strike. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. I guess most foul balls are strikes. So 3-2 the count now from Langrell to Noah Martinez. And the payoff, and Martinez swings. Ground ball, second base, gloved by Leday. Underhand toss to Gonzalez. Good stretch by Jose. Had to stretch towards second, and Martinez is out. So Langrell works around a 3-1 count there. And now Dondre Hubbard bats with a 2-run deficit and nobody on. So 3rd appearance of this series for Langrell, who stands 6'4", 230 pounds, 22 years old for Langrell. 22 shutout innings over his last 21 games. That includes throwing in a couple of postseason games. Hubbard is 0 for 3, and the pitch, and Andre takes a strike on the inside corner. No balls and a strike. Langrell, 29 strikeouts over his last 22 shutout innings. The kick in the 0-1, and that's chopped foul up along third. No balls, 2 strikes from Langrell, who pitched last night. Worked 1 inning and had a strikeout. So again, he's appeared now in all 3 games of this series. 0-2 the count. 6-4, YOLO leading Oakland. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Outfield deep straight away. The pitch, and Hubbard takes in the dirt ball. 1-2. Good pitch right there by Langrell. He had an 0-2 count. Don't give anything good for Hubbard to hit right there, and Hubbard let that one go by. Langrell, 4-2 seam fastball, cutter, curveball, and a changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count with 1 out. Banks guards the line at third, plays just back of the bag. Gonzalez well off the line at first. The 1-2, and Hubbard takes high and in, ball 2. 2-2. And of course, if Hubbard reaches, then Barrera bats as the possible tying run. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. YOLO 6, Oakland 4. Bottom of the 8th inning. And the 2-2, and Hubbard pops one up foul right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Langrell. Takes a little stroll back of the mound. Former pitcher at Newman University, Division II school in Wichita, and then played his graduate year at the Division I level last year with Bradley. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way, and Hubbard swings, ground ball right to the second baseman, Leday. Up with the ball, and he will throw to Gonzalez at first, and Hubbard is out. So 2 down, back-to-back ground balls to the second baseman and Leday. And now Brett Barrera digs in to face Connor Langrell. YOLO 6, Oakland 4. Home half of the 8th inning. Trip to the Pioneer League Championship Series on the line. The winner of this one will most likely play Glacier. Now it's Barrera, who's 1 for 3 with a single, and he takes outside ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 9th in Missoula. Glacier 12, Missoula 2. So figuring there's a good chance Glacier will hold on and win that game. And Glacier goes on to the championship series. 1-0 the count. Outfield deep straight away the pitch. Barrera takes, and that drops in nicely for a strike on the inner half from Langrell. 1 ball and 1 strike to Connor, who's somebody as young as he is, 22 years old. Certainly has seen a lot of the country, moving around a lot as a kid. The kick in the 1-1. And Barrera takes low ball 2-1. Langrell, who spent much of his youth in Las Vegas and then went to high school in eastern New Mexico, in Clovis, New Mexico. Family was in the newspaper business. Family's eventually now settled in the Tampa area. 2 balls and 1 strike to Barrera, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Now, if he gets on, then, of course, Clark would bat as the possible tying run. Banks guards the line at third, just back of the bag. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch, and Barrera chopper foul up along third. That's strike 2. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, these two franchises didn't even exist a year ago. Both were born this past off season. Oakland was officially born in November. YOLO officially born in January. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and Barrera takes way outside to the backstop. That's ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. These two teams now down to the nitty-gritty. 6-4 YOLO leading Oakland. Bottom of the 8th inning on Friday the 13th with a trip to the Pioneer League Championship season on the line as Langrell takes a little stroll back of the rubber and now ready to go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Brett Barrera. YOLO 6, Oakland 4. Bottom 8, and now Barrera requests his 1 timeout. Granted by plate umpire Ricardo Rodriguez. 3-2 the count. Barrera taking a deep breath just outside the right-handed batter's box. Adjusts his helmet, now gets back in there. 3-2 the count with 2 out. Langrell high set, kicks the payoff. Barrera swings, chopper to third, gloved by Banks. He'll throw from the grass over to the first baseman Gonzalez. Barrera is out. Langrell, who twice went to a 3-ball count, got away with it each time. 3 up, 3 down inning on 3 straight ground balls. Nothing across. We go to the 9th. YOLO 6, Oakland 4 on YouTube Live. Well, we go to the top of the 9th inning. Yolo, who's led throughout tonight, Yolo 6 and Oakland 4. And Carson Lambert, who pitched a perfect 8th inning. So each team went 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. So we go to the 9th. I think it's safe to say Yolo would like at least another run here. Angel Mendoza leads it off for the Yolo High Wheelers. Will be Mendoza. And on the top of the Yolo order for the center fielder Skinner, and then Marine 9, 1, and 2. Angel is 1 for 2, a double. And he drops a bunt up on the grass, third base side, and Hubbard can't get a glove on the ball, and Mendoza is safe at first. Backhanded attempt by the third baseman in Dondre Hubbard. And Mendoza is safe at first. I'm not sure if we've seen Mendoza bunt all year, at least bunt for a hit all year. I don't mean a sacrifice bunt, but anyway, he is at first base. It'll go as a bunt single. I think that's the right call there. I mean, it was a really nicely placed bunt. So he's now 2 for 3 in this one. Now for the 5th time tonight, Yolo will go to the top of its order for the center fielder Braylon Skinner, and he bunts one foul up along, or up back of the plate, strike one. Doesn't really matter where he bunted it. It was a foul ball no matter where it was. It goes as a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. So Mendoza, who certainly struggled offensively this year, but he's had a pair of 2-hit games in this postseason. Skinner tonight is 1 for 3, an RBI double, and a sac bunt that led to a run in the 7th, the 0-1, and shows bunt and takes a strike on the outside corner. So now the count is a no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Ty Buckner is warming for Yolo. You know what? I am really embarrassed, folks. I was thinking about pinch running for Mendoza in the 7th, and even though Angel was not lifted in for a pinch runner, and, I mentioned that De La Cruz and Figueredo, I totally forgot, and I was reading the roster, and I'm really embarrassed and completely apologize. Travis Holt. I forgot Travis Holt available tonight, and Holt is definitely a pinch running option, more so than Figueredo or De La Cruz. So Holt is pinch running at first base. 2 strikes now to Skinner, so the threat of the bunt not as great. Lambert from the set delivers, and Skinner a fly ball foul left side 0, and count holds it 0-2. So Travis Holt pinch running at first base. I knew, I swear, I knew I was forgetting somebody. But anyway, all right, enough apologies. 6-4 is the score. Yolo leads it. We are in the top half of the 9th inning. So Hold at first, being held on by Barrera, and I have to think Mendoza will come back and catch in the bottom of the 9th. Middle infield looking to turn 2 the pitch, and Skinner takes strike 3 on the inside corner. So Braylon is out, and Braylon unable to move the runner up. So Skinner down on strikes, 3rd strikeout for Lambert. And now Braylon Marine comes up. Marine is 3 for 4 tonight, a double, 2 singles, and he has scored twice. Holt at first base had 1 steal in a Yolo uniform this year. Remember, he was traded from Billings in July. The pitch on the way to Marine. High fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Mentioned Ty Buckner warming for Yolo. So we will more than likely see him in the bottom of the 9th. He would like to have more than a 2-run lead with which to work. Marine trying to take care of that. Takes outside, ball 1. And the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count with the 1 out. Holt the lead at first. And the pitch to Marine. And that's strike 2 called, and Braylon not happy with the call there. Kind of bends his back. And the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes with Bobby Leday on deck. Yolo 6, Oakland 4, top of the 9th inning. Lambert from the set. Ready to go, the 1-2, and Marine takes up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Yolo. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Oakland. Winner of tonight's game In case I haven't mentioned it enough tonight, goes the Pioneer League Championship Series. The kick on the 2-2, and Marine swings with a tapper foul up along third. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That game should just about be over. It's pretty much been over from the start, but it's now the top of the 9th inning. It is 12-2 Glacier. In the top of the 9th inning, leading at Missoula. Glacier win, and then they go on to the championship. 2-2. Hold it first, and the pitch, and Marine swings and misses strike 3. High fastball there, gets him, and he is out. So Holt still at first. Remember, Mendoza led off with a bunt single, and then Holt went in a pinch run for him. And now it's Bobby Leday who comes up. A sacrifice fly his last time. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a run batted in. Buckner still warming for Yolo. 6-4 Yolo, top of the 9th inning. It's a huge 2-out opportunity for Leday. The pitch, and Bobby swings, and he pops this one up foul back of the plate. And that'll reach the seat, strike 1. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. Doug Greenwald with you on YouTube Live. I think this is my, now let's see here, 28 years of broadcasting baseball at the professional level. I think this is the only second time I've ever been involved in a game that's had a winner-take-all feel to it. The 0-1 pitch, and that's outside 1-1. Other time, 2015 Pacific Coast League Championship Series between, you know what, it's the third time actually. 2015 PCL Championship Series between Fresno and Round Rock, and there was one other time. The 1-1, and Leday swings, and he pops this one up, back of the plate, and that will reach the seats. 1-2, that time 2018, I forgot about that one. First round of the Pacific Division of the Pacific Coast League playoffs. El Paso and Fresno. Remember, Fresno won the first 2 games in El Paso, and then El Paso won the games 3 and 4 in Fresno, and then Fresno blew at El Paso in game 5. This is the third time I've been in a similar scenario. 1-2 pitch, and Leday takes high, 2-2. Jose Gonzalez on deck. Obviously, the High Wheelers would like to get it to Jose, but Leday certainly has taken care of a lot of things himself this year. Holt, the runner at first. He'll be off on contact. Yolo 6, Oakland 4. Bottom of the 9th inning. 1 on, 2 out. And the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch from Lambert. Leday swings and a foul to the backstop. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leday with those, as he pretty much has worn all year, those gold high top like cleats. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Holt at first. 6-4 Yolo leads Oakland. Top of the 9th, and the pitch, and Leday lays off ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So now with 3 and 2 and 2 out, Holt will have even more of a head start. So 3 balls and 2 strikes the count with 2 out. So Holt ready to go. Barrera now will back up and play behind Holt. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Holt, he goes, the pitch, and Leday swings another foul ball. He's fouled off a bunch back of the press box roof here. And the count remains at 3 and 2. Yolo 6, Oakland 4. Top of the 9th inning. Decisive game 3 here from West Oakland tonight. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, Holt takes off the pitch, and Leday, a high fly ball toward the line in right. Wilmer on the run, and the right fielder is there in fair territory to make the catch. So a nice running catch there. Stephen Wilmer, the right fielder, moving far to his left to make the play. It's the first time tonight that Wilmer has been involved, at least catching a ball. And that ends the top of the 9th. So the leadoff bunt single by Mendoza, but nobody gets past first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Ty Buckner on to try and close this one. YOLO 3 very, very tough outs away from going to the Pioneer League Championship Series. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. It is YOLO 6 and Oakland 4. Back in a moment on YouTube Live. This is the 2024 Pioneer League playoffs. Well, we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. YOLO 6 and Oakland 4, and Ty Buckner, who was third in the Pioneer League this year in saves with 11, on to try and pick up a postseason save and send the YOLO High Wheelers to the Pioneer League Championship Series. Connor Langrell tonight worked one perfect inning and all zeros. So Buckner, his first appearance of this series. For Buckner, 1 win, 1 loss in the regular season with a 3.38 ERA and 31 games all out of the bullpen. And Trip Clark leads it off. Clark, Wilmer, Burkell, 6, 7, 8 to face Buckner. He stands 6'1", 190 pounds. And he is 25 years old. Trip Clark 0 for 2. He's been hit with a pitch. The pitch here. Take the right down the middle. Strike one. And the count is a no balls and 1 strike from Ty Buckner. Actually, second appearance of the series for Buckner. Let me correct that. Second appearance. The 0-1. Swing and miss fastball 0-2. Angel Mendoza comes back in to do the catching after he had been lifted for the pinch runner Holt in the top of the inning. So Buckner's second appearance of the series worked on Tuesday in Davis. No ball, 2-strike pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Mendoza, strike 3. And Clark is out. 3 pitches, 1 out. Bottom of the 9th inning. First strikeout for Buckner. Obviously, if anybody gets on, that means the tying run comes up. It's Wilmer, who's 0 for 3. Not sure what the deal is here. Ron Adams, the first base umpire, coming down to have a discussion with plate umpire Ricardo Rodriguez. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on right now. I'm not really sure what the deal is, but something's going on behind home plate. I don't know if there's a fan that's disorderly or what the deal is. Well,
so someone might be asked to leave.
Yeah, crowd's all of a sudden gotten somewhat quiet. I'm not really sure what the what the deal is. Well, it's 1 out and nobody on, and Yolo has a 6-4 lead over Oakland. Now Buckner, the other day, meaning Tuesday, pitched a scoreless 9th inning. He has 8 straight outings, which includes the regular and postseason. 8 straight outings where he has pitched a scoreless 9th. He would like to add to that streak. Now Wilmer bats, he's 0 for 3. Yolo 6, Oakland 4, bottom 9 the pitch. And Wilmer swinging a miss at a fastball, strike 1-0-1. That's 4 straight strikes for Buckner. So 0-1 the count with 1 out. Yolo 6, Oakland 4. A kick and the pitch, and Wilmer swinging a miss. Fastball 0-2, 5 pitches, 5 strikes. 0-2 the count. Winner of this one goes to the Pioneer League Championship Series. More than likely to play Glacier, the 0-2, and Wilmer swings and misses strike 3. Fastball 2 out. 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 away. And now Oakland is down to its last out, and Yolo is 1 out away from a trip to the Pioneer League Championship Series. And Burkell is due up, and instead we're going to see a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Jalen Smith, the pinch hit. So Smith, the pinch hit here on the bottom of the 9th inning with the season on the line for Oakland. Well, it's on the line for both teams, but right now Yolo a 6-4 lead. And now Jalen Smith, the bat. Bottom of the 9th in Missoula. Glacier is up 17-3. So I think we can pencil in Glacier. This game, though, nobody's being penciled in until the final out, as Jalen Smith comes up to pinch hit here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Yolo an out away from a trip to the championship to pitch, and Smith swings. Fly ball, center field. This should do it. Skinner to his left. The center fielder's got it. The ball game is over, and the Yolo Highwheelers are going to the Pioneer League Championship Series in their first year.
Folks, that wraps up the historic inaugural.
The Highwheelers come pouring out of the first base dugout, jumping up and down. Back of the mound as they should,
More proud of what we have all seen.
as the Yolo Highwheelers
The front office, the fans,
celebrating now right in front of the second base bag.
built by Oakland.
Lose a nail-biter last night and win a nail-biter tonight. And are moving on to the Pioneer League Championship Series. A date with the Glacier Range Riders, 2 teams who did not meet at all in the regular season, will get together next week. Yolo and Glacier to meet in the championship series. Ty Buckner, a perfect 9th inning.
For the latest ticketing information,
No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left.
congratulate the Yolo Highwheelers.
And the Yolo Highwheelers
An incredible achievement.
will have more baseball next week.
The Highwheelers are a force to be reckoned with under the leadership of
And before we sign off, definitely want to congratulate the Oakland Ballers as well. A great season by the Ballers. Obviously their first year of existence. And these were 2 teams that gave it all. Went to obviously a Game 3. 2 teams that met 36 times in the regular season. Obviously we got to know all of the Oakland folks. Of course we have the same ownership, but we got to know a lot of the Oakland players, a lot of the Oakland staff. And what a great job revitalizing professional baseball here in the East Bay. But tonight belongs to the Yolo Highwheelers, who are going to the Pioneer League Championship Series and still celebrating out by the second base bag. A bunch of high fives and hugs. A sea of gray and black and gold. And 2 great teams went down to the final couple days to see who the number 1 seed would be. That was important because whoever was the winner of the second half was going to win at least if there had been a Game 3, at least the right to host that. Oakland had that right. Two grinded out games here in Oakland after a blowout YOLO win in Game 1. The High Whalers, who last night lost a very, very tough 1-0 game, but come back tonight and win a very, very nail-biting like game this evening, 6-4. And there will be more baseball next week for the YOLO High Whalers, who will take on the Glacier Range Riders. As I said, two teams who did not play each other at all in the regular season. I don't really know much about Glacier other than they were obviously the second place team in the first half behind Missoula, but the YOLO High Whalers will be heading to the Pioneer League Championship Series. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left, and pretty much the same chemistry that worked all year in the regular season worked tonight. But good starting pitching, some timely hitting, some power hitting, some sacrifice bunts, and great relief pitching. And YOLO wins this one tonight by a count of 6-4. We don't know yet of the schedule for next week, so I have no idea yet. It's the bottom two seeds that won the divisional series, so the best of 3 series. So I am not sure yet on where games 1 and 2 will be. It'll be a best of 5, so instead of best of 3, we'll have a best of 5, and not sure yet when it will start or where it will start. The final totals for tonight's game, the YOLO High Whalers who win this best of 3 series. It was for YOLO 6 runs on 10 hits. 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and YOLO leaves 6. For the Oakland Ballers, 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, and Oakland ends up stranding 4. The winning pitcher tonight for the YOLO High Whalers was Ben Ferrer, now 1-0 in the postseason. The save to Ty Buckner, his first of postseason, and the loss to Luke Short of Oakland, and his postseason record 0-1. 2 hours and 47 minutes this game took in front of a paid crowd of 2,662. And we are going to just quick synopsis. YOLO scored twice in the first inning. How about that 2-run homer by Jose Gonzalez that turned out to be the difference? That was out to right field, his first homer of the postseason. YOLO added a run in the third. It was the top of the YOLO order for the second time. Center fielder Braylon Skinner, an RBI double. A run in the fourth. David Glancy, a leadoff home run, his first homer of the series. And then in the seventh, 2 runs for YOLO. A sacrifice fly by second baseman Bobby Leday and an RBI single by first baseman Jose Gonzalez, who had 3 RBIs tonight for the High Whalers. Oakland's runs all came on homers tonight. Tyler Lozano, the catcher, a leadoff homer in the third inning. That was against Ben Ferrer. A 2-run homer by second baseman Dante Stewart in the fifth. And then at the top of the order for the fourth time, center fielder Brett Carson, a home run. His second in as many nights and his second of the series. But in the end, it was Ben Ferrer, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, no walks, 9 strikeouts, 2 homers allowed, and a hit batter. Jack Zalaski had some wiggle room, allowed a home run, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run earned, no walks, no strikeouts, a homer allowed. Connor Langrell, Tyler Buckner, and Ty Buckner do it again. Langrell, a perfect 8th inning, and Ty Buckner, a perfect 9th with 2 strikeouts. YOLO pitchers combined to strike out 11 tonight. Oakland starter Luke Short, 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs all earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts, gave up 2 home runs. Zach St. Pierre, 3 innings of middle relief, 2 hits, 2 runs, both unearned. No walks, 2 strikeouts. Christian Cosby, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, all zeros from there for the league leader in strikeouts. And Carson Lambert did a good job, innings 8 and 9, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. How about this tonight? There were no walks in this game. That's pretty impressive. Oakland pitching the last 2 nights. The last 2 nights, Oakland pitchers didn't walk anybody. But it's Yolo who comes out ahead and wins it 6-4. Ferrer, the winner, 1-0 in postseason. Buckner's first postseason save, and Short the loss. That's for the High Wheelers, and Short the loss for the Oakland Ballers, 0-1 in postseason. 2 hours, 47 minutes this one took in front of a raucous paid crowd of 2,662. But Yolo is going to the Pioneer League Championship Series to take on the Glacier Range Riders. Just get on to YOLOHighwheelers.com or highwheelers.com. Highwheelers.com, we will know more probably by the end of tonight when Game 1 will be and where it will be. So just stay tuned for that. We will talk to you next week. It'll be sometime Game 1 between Yolo and Glacier. Final score tonight, Yolo wins this best of 3. Yolo 6, Oakland 4. We'll talk to you next week for the Pioneer League Championship Series against the Glacier Range Riders. Till then, Doug Greenwald saying good evening.